Bashers. A couple of minutes late. Sorry, guys. Just was getting a couple of bottles of wine up the street. You know, because it's Friday, and why wouldn't I do such a thing? Anyway, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the passing of one of my greatest heroes of all time, Ace Frehley. 1951 to 2025. I didn't put, like people like, oh, Dirk didn't post anything on Facebook or whatever. I mean, I feel like one of the peanut gallery if I do something like that. You all know my affection for Kiss and how I grew up with them, and it was my first concert, and I was a huge super fan. And I don't think I would challenge anybody to know the breadth of what I know about those guys. And the last guy I would have assumed to go first would be Ace. Probably because he snorted his weight in cocaine and, drank a lot, and he was a party animal, but a lovable, incredible, influential guitar player. People don't realize the extent to which he influenced the majority of hard rock and metal guitar players in the last 30, 40 years. Maybe it was a combination of the theatrics and the makeup, but I believe that it was his tasty licks and his incredibly intuitive soloing. While it might not have been on the caliber of certain people who will remain nameless, all the big influential guys that everybody talks about all the time, more guitar players play guitar because of Ace that I know. All the ones that I know, most of them, for a very small few, they're like, oh, it's before my time or whatever. Incredible period of time in any child's life when they latch onto rock and roll, and Kiss is the zeitgeist. It was a roller coaster ride, and when he left the band, it was never the same. It was never good, and I didn't care. I saw them a couple of times without him, and I didn't care. And when he came back on the reunion tour, I went many, many times, and then I didn't care again. I've never seen them with Tommy Thayer or Eric Singer. I've never seen that. No interest. I saw the original. It's like I saw Freddie Mercury with Queen. I love Adam Lambert. He's one of the most incredibly gifted vocalists in the world, and I don't want to see him with my favorite bands. One of my favorite bands, at least. But yeah, incredible stuff. It was very sad to see that. And he went very much the way Natasha Richardson did. He tripped, he fell, he banged his head, said, I'm fine, was in the studio. He's been working on a new record, and started getting headaches, and they took him to the hospital. They found out he had a brain bleed, just like Natasha Richardson. He died within a couple of days. He lasted almost 3 weeks, and he was on life support. He was, intubated, and all that's a terrible way to go out, especially because he just banged his head. We all bang our heads and don't think twice about it, right? We all do that. For all his misadventures, he was still, the great cockroach of rock and roll. And people say he claimed he cleaned his act up over the years, and I never really believed it, because I've seen some of the performances and they were just, not on par with I know what he's capable of. Hey there, Hardcore Shutterbug. You can chime in if you want. But yeah, I don't want to be one of those social media guys that puts up a big tribute or any of that stuff. My tribute is my fandom, and it's never waned. I've been critical of his politics. I've been critical of his choices in life, and but he'll always remain the spaceman. So Godspeed, dear spaceman. Off on your way to Jandel, and thank you for influencing so many of my favorite guitar players. It was because of you that they are who they are today, and they're all coming out of the woodwork. Each and every one of them. They're all putting tributes out there about how they bought a guitar because they saw that guy, and that is. Like you've got I've always said that guitar players, who are the main guitar players that influenced the rock and roll world, other than the Chuck Berrys and all that stuff. I'm talking about, like, the first one was really Hendrix, right? I'm talking about the Beatles or any of that stuff. That's all in its own swimming pool. But as far as, like, the guitar guys, it was Jimi Hendrix. And then I think it was, and you could say Clapton and stuff. Yeah, he's influential, and Jeff Beck and all those guys, but on a smaller scale. Great players, but the main guys that revolutionized the instrument, changed it, and changed the way everybody played thereafter. There were a million Hendrix clones. There weren't a million Clapton clones. There weren't a million Jeff Beck. There was certainly just no Jeff Beck clones because nobody could play like that. Then there was Eddie Van Halen. Everybody was doing this afterwards, everyone in the whole wide world. And then there was Yngwie, and like him or hate him, he's a polarizing guy. But everybody's going doing their, Aeolian, Phrygian, diminished minor, scales and string skipping and all that crap. But then there's the guys like Page and Ace, the guys that made people want to be cool. You could put like bands that I don't even care about in there, like Ramones or Johnny Thunders or, the Dolls. I was talking about with Steve earlier about the Dolls. I never got the Dolls, but I get why people would want to be in a rock and roll band because they saw that. And most of the guitar players I grew up with, I would say 99% of them said they picked up a guitar because of Ace. So get in your cryo tube, my friend, and Godspeed to Jen Dell. That's my little tribute. That's the only thing I'm going to say about it. I mean, if anybody else wants to talk about it, you're welcome. Yeah, sure. He turned into a big slop fest later on in his life, but 74 years old. Paul's in great shape. Gene just had an accident, but he's in pretty good shape. Peter is the oldest guy in the band, and I just saw him playing at some gig, and he sounded good. It's crazy, but yeah, it's true. It's a very sad thing when your rock heroes die. And as you get older, it's inevitable, I guess, we only have 2 Beatles left, one Paul McCartney and 2 Ringo Starr, and that's it. There's no more George, there's no more John. John Bonham, Led Zeppelin did it the classy way. They lost John Bonham. They quit. They got together a couple of times, but with Jason, it's pretty cool, and I understand that, but it's good. Anyway, let's see who's in the room. Panel power, coming back for you. Pass on the basher of the day. Nothing you can do. And the incomparable Melly. See, I'm wearing my Weekender. I'm wearing my Vanawagon Weekender. Thank you so much. I got a little buzzy buzz in there. Happy Friday, Dirk, and all the bashers. Thank you, honey. Big hearts to you and all the ladies of the bash. We love you. We celebrate you every time. And Andy M, the only good things guy. There he is. Thank you, buddy. Only good things. Wishing you and yours only good things. That's him. Every single week, every single day of the week. Thank you very much. And Mr. Fahrenheit 451, the king of the bashes, king of the bashes. Hip, hip, you're still in there. You're still at the tippity top, my friend. Panel Power says, Prince Andrew has just surrendered all of his royal titles, including his title as the Duke of York. Well, okay. I saw that interview with Eugene Levy and William, and he's a pretty cool guy. I mean, like I could give a toss about the royal family. I don't. But, I watched The Crown and it was amazing. I mean, it's history. You have to watch it. It's good stuff. But listen, Epstein files, I guess, they can dig up stuff on him, but they can't dig it up on other people. How convenient, or how inconvenient, I should say. Andrew Wolkowicz with Canadian $5. Have a safe and happy Friday, everyone. Best wishes for better days for all of us. Upvote and subscribe. Be a Patreon and a blessing in a bastard world. Thank you, buddy boy. The Andrew Wolkowicz gong. It belongs only to him. And he says, congratulations to Panel Power and well done. Well done to you, my friend. Panel Power says, thanks, Andrew. Mart's here and Bronson, and you upvoted. Thank you so much. And Franco Fiore, grazie mille, signori. Please upvote for Dirk, please, if you can. You have no idea what it does for the show. I'm still here. Michaela quit her show. I have to reach out to her and find out what she's going to do in her further endeavors. I wish her safe harbor, of course. She's part of the family, and whatever she does along the way, I hope it brings her tons and tons and tons of success, because she's a wonderful lady. Glenn Parker, hello, all you lovely people. Hey, Glenn Parker is the place to be. And Steve Zaleski is here. Happy Friday, Dirk and all the bashers. Here's to a really great week of shows. Thanks, man. Thanks for wishing us a week of great shows. What a great group of people. Indeed, the greatest. The bashers are the greatest, man. They're the greatest. Really blurry again. What could it be? I mean, I'm working on a new camera. I mean, I know that. Man, is it really blurry? Why is it blurry? Why am I blurry? I did all the settings, and I read all these reviews about using your iPhone as your camera, and everybody's like, well, you got a great camera in your house, you could use that. And I'm like, okay, so I changed all the settings to make sure it was good. If I put it in 720p, does that make a difference? Let's see. Let's go lower. Is that better? I don't know. Hey there, Steve-O. How are you? And Vivitch Master, happy Freely Friday. Rest in peace, Space Ace. Indeed, man. First user of the DiMarzio Super Distortion pickups. That's very true. Gene knew DiMarzio and passed them to Paul and Ace, reinventing hard rock tone of Les Paul through a plexi. Yeah, baby. Look at you talking dirty. I was just talking to John from my band because Jimmy, our lead guitar player, has this amp called the Batman Head, and it's a 77 50-watt plexi. I'm a big proponent of the 50-watt amps. I do not like 100-watt amps. I don't like the way they sound. 50 watts, beautiful. But he's got a JMP. He's got that, and it's the greatest amp. And he was like looking to sell it. I'm like, you can't sell it. So I said to John, you should buy his plexi, because don't let him sell that, because and they both used that on all the Hitman records. They both used the same amp because it was too damn good. John had some JCM 800s that just weren't as great. But yes, that's true. DiMarzio, Super Distortion. They knew Larry DiMarzio, and that's how DiMarzio got started. Kiss. Amazing. And Mr. Fitzsimons is here. Evening, Basherdirk. Evening to you, buddy. How are you? Losing a founding Kiss man and founding Sabbath man in 1 year is truly sad. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, yeah. Yeah, Clapton and Page. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy is far more influential, as far as I know, than Clapton. Because like those blues guys, man, I just get so fucking bored after a while. Like I know John Mayer's great, and I know Joe Bonamassa's great. I know that they're great, but like the Verte Diddley just doesn't. After a while, I just get so tired of the. It just gets boring to me, But I mean, the guys that made people play. Hendrix, I'll put Page in there because Led Zeppelin, EVH, yeah, Ingve, yeah. Slash, he's a modern day guy that influenced a shitload of people, and as a testament to that, Gibson endorses no one. Ask Emmett O'Malley, because he had a slight deal with them. And, they basically have a library where you can go borrow guitars, but you have to give them back. Ace got free guitars. Slash gets free guitars. I don't know who else does. Now, apparently, Dave Mustaine. Why? Like that's anything. It's not. No offense to Dave, but it's just derivative stuff. Michael Schenker is back with Gibson, and I'm happy to hear that, because those Deans are stupid. And a very influential guitar player, but not on that level where armies and generations of people become infatuated with an instrument, I must admit, I did have a cry when the news broke. Yeah. John is a very sensitive guy in my band, and he confronted me at his retirement party. He said, how come you didn't get upset when Ozzy died? And I went, well, I did not know the man. I never met Ozzy. I met Ace a couple of times. I met pretty much everybody in Kiss a couple times, but never anything, lasting. But I knew lots of people who were very good friends with them. T-Boy, Todd Confessori, worked with Kiss for a long time. He was our roadie. He started with my band and went on to work with everybody. David Byrne, Prince, and Kiss, and Janet Jackson, and Garbage, and everybody. He was very tight with Ace. And, I remember one night I was at some club. This is, I don't know, 1990 maybe. And Sebastian Bach was palling around with Ace, and they were loaded. And he was like, Hitman guy. I was like, oh gosh. He's a very loudmouthy guy. Great for what he did, I guess. But not my kind of hang. But him and Ace were really tight. I knew a lot of people that knew him, and Ace liked to party, and he liked good times and fun times, and he wasn't a stupid guy either. That's how. Hey everybody, hey Curly. When I first met Gene and Paul, I came down from the Bronx, and I was wearing an orange sneaker and a red sneaker. And this guy was playing guitar, and he was playing all the wrong fucking chords. I was listening. I was like, that's E, that's A, C minor. And I plugged into the other Marshall in the room and just started fucking playing along with them. And I got the job. You know, he was just this very larger than life kind of big mouth, kind of funny guy. Just watched the Tomorrow interview with Tom Snyder. It's pretty good. And, you know, he also was into computers, and he's certainly no astrophysicist like Brian May. Sir Dr. Brian May. How many titles does Brian May have? And he won't have to give up any of them. But he was, you know, he came off as this kind of street guy, but he was actually a very bright guy. He used to wire his own pickups until DiMarzio and all that stuff. It's very cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was stunned because it happened the second after I was done with the show. My sister Pat sent me a text, and that's when I found out, and I was, what? Like, was that real? I was shocked, you know. There's the big guy. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Oisin O'Malley.
How's it going?
Good. What's going on?
Not much. Just finished up over there.
Nice.
Sometimes the 2 hours go by slow, sometimes not. Tonight was not.
No?
Yeah, it went by pretty quick. I don't know why.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Who's I Am? We're talking about Ace dying and, you know, his influence on a lot of rock and roll guitar players. And, you know, how many people get like the accolades, you know? But, you know, like some guys like, you know, the Hendrixes and the EVHs and the Yngwies get all the accolades for like revolutionizing what everybody plays. But then there's the guys like Page and Ace that so many guitar players became a guitar player because of that guy, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Who's I Am? Did you mean YM? Oh, yeah, I think you meant
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah, that's a Y. It would be YM. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, how much can you listen to? After a while, that just gets bored. You do it once, and you're like, wow. You do it twice, and you're like, well. Do it a third time, you're like,
That's exactly what Glenn's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying he was technically brilliant, but boring.
Sure.
Yeah.
It gets boring after a while. It totally does.
One of the shredders who wasn't boring, who is not boring, is Steve Vai. He's a shredder. He's capable of doing that stuff, but he's also a songwriter, and he comes up with some genius ideas.
Because he's jazzy, and he comes from the Zappa world.
Yeah.
And it's like that stuff is so avant-garde and weird. I mean, there's nobody who plays like Steve Vai. You know,
well, Zappa does a bit. When you see Zappa's solo, you realize how much influence he had.
It's tremendous. Well, I mean, a testament to Steve Vai's genius is that you know, he used to write him letters as a kid on Long Island and say, "I just transcribed all of you know, Freaks for you," or, you know, whatever. And then he's like, "Why don't you come and apprentice for me?" And Frank Zappa would have Steve Vai like write out the tablatures for all of his soloing and his stuff, and he would do that. And then eventually he finally let him in his band, which is nuts. I mean, it was an apprenticeship for sure.
Wow.
He really nurtured him. I mean, he moved to California to work for Frank Zappa, which is crazy. Steve does not work very well. Like, for example, like he was great on that David Lee Roth album that, you know, I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. That's cool. You know, if In the Shadows of Van Halen, how difficult must that be? Jesus.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you watched the Billy Corgan episode with Steve Vai. It was great.
Yeah, I did.
Where he talks about Billy Corgan is very difficult to watch, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I was watching the Malcolm McDowell interview.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'll get to that because I'm left turning. I'll close out the guitar player thing in a second.
You know what? You need to change your resolution to
720. I did. It's on 720.
Okay,
is it very blurry?
It's not blurry. It's pixelated.
Okay, hold on. I'm having some serious camera issues to the point where
I think StreamYard is up to something.
It could be. I'm on 1080 now. This week I was showing some Nick Brooker videos, some underwater. He, you know, films all this underwater stuff because he's a scuba diver, and everybody was saying that his video looked brilliant and my video was a mess. So I've done all the research I can about like using the iPhone, and I've just decided that it's time for me to just bite the bullet and get a real camera, because it's not the internet if his video looks amazing and my camera looks shit.
It's not the internet, but it's also not the camera, because it always worked fine for you. It's a problem with StreamYard. Like, my StreamYard is telling me that I don't have 1080p camera. I only have a 720p. I have a 4K camera, like a real camera. But I'm in 720p right now, as far as I know.
Does it still look weird to you?
It looks fine. Yours it's just pixelated. It's not blurry, so that would be an internet thing. It's pixelated, which is different. I think StreamYard are just they've got bugs. They've got bugs.
They've been adding so many. Every time I go on there's a new feature. I'm like,
that's probably what it is. They're adding new features and they're fucking up their software. But we pay $500 a year for this shit.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's not cheap, you know. Anyway, yeah, Glenn Parker, you're 100% right. Look at it. Says easy. It says, "Oh, Blurville is back, Dirk." You see, I've been having that.
Not blurry. Blurry is the wrong word.
No, it's been blurry. I watched the video back. I watched that show back
because it's pixelated and low quality. It's blurry is different.
Let me go over.
But I guess blurry is,
Let me go have a look.
It's like when EQ is bright and people say it's very sharp.
Oh wow! Look at that. What in the world could be doing that? Let me try something. I'm on Opera. Let me leave, and I'll come back on StreamYard. I'll come back on Chrome because I haven't used Chrome in months.
Okay, that's fine. I'll talk to the
talk to the crowd. I'll be right back, guys. Thank you very much.
How far did we get? You see. I'll just jump ahead to the super chat, knowing Dirk is probably going through every single comment in the thing. Andrew, if you want to comment and you want to be part of the conversation, for crying out loud, guys, pull out your credit card and give us a super chat. This is Dirk's job. He earns a living this way. He's very nice, so he won't say it. I'm not very nice, okay? So I'm gonna fucking say it. You all get your you get to weigh in. You get your 2 cents. Because he's so nice and he just reads everybody's thing, but he shouldn't be doing that. I keep scolding him on that. That's more like it. There's a real man in the room. Andrew Walkowicz, 10 Canadian. I just had to go to the store. I'm wearing jeans and a jean jacket. Like Anthony, what's his name? Jelzovic or whatever, that comedian. He's always wearing denim. He's a great comedian. He was on Teddy Baltazar's channel recently. Turns out he's a bit of a watch guy. Others were wearing pajamas or track pants. Ooh, well, between one or the other, I think I'll take the denim. I felt like I was wearing a suit by comparison. Don't people care about themselves? A lot of people are just lazing on the couch and watching 20 hours of Netflix back to back, and they get hungry eventually, and they just go fucking get in the car and go down to the store to pick up some beers and some hot dogs or something, and then just go back and laze back on the couch again. Joe Satriani is a great guitarist. Vi's teacher is pretty shred capable. Yes, Satriani, Steve Vai, Yngwie Malmsteen. These are the shredders, the famous shredders. Ray. He makes a good point. Jesus. Don't. We just had 2 hours with O'Malley. Hurry up. You've had your fill of O'Malley. Ivar. Nice bluesy. Dirk needs to learn from Archie Luxury. Archie only reads super chats. He always ignores non-super chats. Listen, I'm banging my head out against the wall, guys. You say it once, you say it twice, you say it 10 times. It doesn't go in. Also, Dirk speaks at 400 miles an hour, you may have noticed. So he kind of like... I get to rant on by myself because I have huge pregnant pauses between sentences and reflecting. And I'm a slower speaker in general. So I can take one thought and spread it out over 40 minutes. Dirk can get through all of that same information in 3.5 seconds. So he runs out of things to say. So he likes to be able to just read the comments to put them back. It's like like shoving him, kicking a stone down the street or something, a can down the street. It's a new kick every time, you know, because his brain is working at such a higher speed, you know. So that's why he winds up kind of depending on the chats. It's you guys that are lazy fuckers for not giving him some money just to kick in on the chat. Yes, I did call you all fuckers. That's my style. How are we looking?
Yes, I did.
Now that looks a lot better.
That's my style.
You have the fucking speaker on.
Yes, I did.
I'm trying to go through StreamYard. Give me a code, will you?
You have the fucking
Okay, I'll remove you for a second. I'll give you a code. Oh, sorry. You were texting me. Okay. Let me see what code I got. Where would that have gone? To my email, probably. Don't see one. Shit. No, I don't see a code, man. Damn. Where was it? No, it hasn't come through. Try it again. Try to resend the code. And turn off the speaker on the computer. I can hear myself like 10 seconds after. There's the Meredith, a gentleman as always. 185 Arab Aramids. Didn't know Michaela left the watch scene. Yeah, she left it last night. Yeah. Well, she left it weeks ago, really, because she just pivoted into kind of spiritual, kind of life guiding stuff, Christian conservative kind of stuff. So she stopped talking about watches. And I guess that's where her heart is. That's where her passion is. So I think she just kind of went, oh, fuck, you know, I'll just move on to something else. So, okay, login code. Okay. I think I can read this out over the air because, can I? I think once it's used, it's okay. So, Dirk, if you're listening, you know what? I won't take that risk. I don't know who the fuck is watching. These fuckers. Let me, I'll just text it to him. I finally got it. Boom. There you go, Dirk, if you're watching. O'Malley's content is always solid. Can watch for hours. Thank you. Hello to Dirk too. Great to see you, Meredith. Thank you, man. And I'm still wearing the Palm. You proud of me? Thank you, sir. Andrew, Canadian 5. Reading the comments feeds the chat, but super chats feed Dirk. Vote and subscribe, everyone. And be an inspiration. I suppose it's I might have the opposite problem. You know? Yeah, turn on. You off? Okay.
Yeah, I muted the other computer.
That's 100 times better.
What the fuck was that? I'm on Chrome now.
Okay, well,
maybe
back Chrome.
Let me see if Chrome. So there's some super chats. Let me see if this works now. It didn't work for the longest time. Hey, Meredith, thank you so much. Let's give you a giant bang boom. Let's see if I can hear the sound, or you can hear the sound too. And I heard it.
Yeah.
Yay.
It worked.
Okay, that worked.
Okay.
Great. Thanks.
So they ironed out their issues.
I guess so.
And now Opera has new issues. That's probably Chrome just trying to mess with Opera to bring the crowd
Maybe.
back.
Opera worked so well for me when Chrome had its little crasheroonie, and now it's
Dolafaro, $5 for kicking the can down the street.
But I've been doing a lot of research on cameras, and you know, talking to Carolyn because you know she knows a lot about that stuff. And I was like, listen, if I have to do that, I have to do that. I mean, you know, it'd be nice to have a phone on my desk if somebody wants to, you know. I mean, I have my text.
You won't be able to do your love hearts anymore and all that.
Oh, see that? No, I
Those
can't do.
won't work.
Oh no, see.
So just use Chrome. It looks fine. Yeah, you see.
There you go. Let's do it again. For all the ladies of the bash tonight, thank you very much. This Melly C sent me and Carolyn both some new Snoopy watches from time.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's really, really super duper cute.
You have a bunch now.
I have. This is my fourth.
You have
All from
you have a
them.
watch collection now.
I do. I have 2 drawers now.
You actually have a proper watch collection.
I
That's
do.
crazy.
I do. Thank you, Jojo. Let's give you a big bang boom for that. Let's go. Kazoo. Thank you, Jojo. And London Rob. Hey, London Rob. Do you know London Rob?
Yeah, he's over in my chat.
He's from yours.
Yeah.
Hi, London Rob. Welcome to the show. £9.99. That's like $800. Thank you very, very much for that. Super sticker. Yeah. I just gave a big shout out to Michaela because I watched her video today.
Oh yeah,
and she gave her farewell. Hey, on to bigger and better things. You know what? Good for her.
Yeah.
Hope she has a great time. What are you drinking tonight?
That's a little tequila.
I went to the wine store and they were drinking. They had this Colpentrone, and it's 100% Sangratino grapes, and it was delicious. And he said, "Open it and let it sit for a little while," which I did, and it is really good. It's DOCG, so I got that.
Nice.
And,
where is it from?
Where in Italy is it from? Montefalco.
Montefalco. So down in the Tuscany area.
Yeah.
Jim Patterson, she ditched all sense of humor and started lecturing people on morality and religion. Everybody split.
That gets clicks,
not everybody. Yeah. Well, it does in some circles. She just chose the wrong circle. It's all right. Like, that's where her heart is. So, more power to her. Off you go. Do your thing. Maybe she'll be huge in that, because she's passionate about it.
Listen, she's gorgeous. She's got presence. She's got her camera and all that stuff set up.
And now she's like well versed in the. Yeah, she's like a pro now. She knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. She's
going to go over there. Into a sector
things.
maybe where there's more passion for her, and she's already got her skill set.
She sure does. She
Yeah.
does. She's got a skill set. That's great. And Neil Surreal. Hello, Neil Surreal with £4.99. More cowbell. Well, plenty of cowbell for you, pal. Thank you so much. And Ray, Ray coming in hard with €10. Don't be gone so long next time, Dirk. Please, my big super chat is to Mr. O'Malley. Is Daniel Plainview? Oh, you want him to do Daniel Plainview?
Yeah, I'll do so. But I just want to say, I said it on my channel as well, because people are asking me about Michaela. Always professional, always concise, always reliable, and never flaky, ever, and always kept her cool. Always also behind the scenes, and I will say this publicly, defended me, because there's plenty of trolls out there and haters who want to say bad things about me, and I'm sure they get up to all sorts of nonsense, and always was very cool about that as well. And nothing but good things to say about Michaela. So
me too.
She's
been a great partner.
Her political leanings and so on are not the same as mine, but neither are Nathaniel's, neither are John, quote unquotes. Neither are yours, Dirk. Me and you butt heads sometimes.
Not really.
We just did it last week, but fine.
Not really, though.
Not heavily.
We love to pull each other's chain too.
Yeah, we do that, a little bit of that. We say pull each other's tail. That's what we say.
All right. It's like up your alley or up your street.
Tail.
Right. That's straight up your street as opposed to up your alley. That's right up his alley.
Right up your street.
Right up your street.
It never created tension. We never talked about it. And as I said, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, somebody was asking me about that. And I was like, you know what? She's a religious person. I'm not. Okay. But she never shoved that shit in my face. And I never shoved any shit in her face. We talked about why men shouldn't wear flip-flops or, wear backpacks. That's what we talked about. And
how great is she at all that?
All that. Fantastic. So, hands in the air,
I hope she comes back for I hope we can do some specials, some Watch Fashion Police specials in the future. And I hope
Sure.
she'll feel, like, unless she becomes a big internet superstar, and then we've lost her, and that could happen. Who knows, man? Fox
Easily.
News could pick her out of the crew because she's gorgeous. Imagine how she'd look hosting a show on a major
Right.
network. It would be murder.
Right.
Murder. It would be
Yeah.
absolute murder. Yeah, it'd be
So,
great. So you got to do Daniel Plainview instead of
well, it'll happen when it happens. Don't worry. You don't have to convince.
Give it to him now, because I'm talking so fast. Go ahead, dude.
No, I'll just start on wonderful, because that's how it happened tonight. I was like, oh, best of luck to Michaela. Hope she does well in her thing. Wonderful. And then I went into wonderful at the end. He's pursuing a career in acting in Hollywood. He is very good looking. That's wonderful. Well, I'm here to ask you if you want permission to drill on Bandy's track. I'd be happy to work with you. I would like $100,000 down payment plus the $5,000 owed to the Church of the Third Revelation. That's only fair. First, I would like you to tell me that you are a false prophet and God is a superstition. But I can't say that. It's a lie. It would be a lie. When can we start drilling? As soon as possible. It shouldn't take long. And then he gets tempted. Eli gets tempted because he thinks, Daniel is going to go for it. He's going to get his money. That shouldn't take long. He goes, I am a false prophet and God is a superstition. There, if you want me to say it again. I am a false prophet and God is say it like you mean it. And he just keeps going. That whole scene is great. I'll do the whole fucking movie. You don't want me.
You know the whole thing. I know. And Ray, that's what I thought you wanted. You said, "Hey, cunt's not even a triangle." You got Daniel Plainview. Come on, isn't that worth its weight in gold? I loved how you guys were talking about gold earlier. I was watching that earlier, and you're like, "Well, it's collision of stars and supernovas," and people don't realize that gold is not of this earth. They don't realize it.
Right.
That's why gold is really diamonds are bullshit. They're bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just carbon. Who cares?
It's just carbon, over millions of years. If anything, zirconium is more special in my
Sure, it is. It is
more special.
It is. Gold is,
but they don't sparkle like diamonds do.
No, they don't. But now they've got lab grown diamonds. I mean, it's basically science just stepping in
and they're worth a
shit.
fraction.
Yeah, a fraction. Yeah.
You know how you know a lab grown diamond? It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect clarity. There's no luminescence. The table's perfect. Everything's perfect. And there's no feathers or clouds or anything in there, or inclusions. And then you go, hold on, this is too perfect. Is this lab? And they go, yeah. All right. So it's worth 80 quid. I thought it was worth 140,000, but it's worth 80 quid.
Great. Amazing. Imperfections.
Yeah. It's like such a lower level. It's crazy.
Well, it's like, somebody who painted a painting and then a copy of it, a digital copy that's perfect. It's just not as good. It's like auto-tune.
It's auto-tune.
It's auto-tune. There's a guy that has a big YouTube channel. I'll remember The Wings of Pegasus. I don't know if you've ever watched that guy. It's a huge music channel. He basically just busts people who fake it.
Ah, yes.
And he's an English guy and he's a guitar player. And the other day he had Kelly Clarkson on. He had a clip of Kelly Clarkson and she was doing Over the Rainbow, which is, of course, Judy Garland. There was no such thing as auto-tune, and why would she need it? And then he goes, I doubt Kelly Clarkson. And then he put it up on the grid and it was fucking locked. It was so pinned, like E flat, dead. Like
she doesn't have auto-tune. She's not using.
No,
auto-tune?
It was completely and utterly melodined. It was tuned.
So that's what.
Okay. And he didn't think. He says, listen, before I even pull this up, it was a challenge. He goes, Kelly Clarkson is a fabulous singer. There's no way she would do that. And it's like, it's out of people's hands nowadays. I don't care. Like I heard that last Barbra Streisand record. I know she's older now and whatever, But they just put that shit on. They put pitch correction on everybody's albums now. It's like I don't mind if there's like one note or two things that like otherwise perfect performance. Go ahead, that's what the software is for. But when you tune the whole thing, and then he brought up a really, really great point. He goes, well, what they should have done was they should have tuned those guitars too, because now she's not even in tune with the instruments anymore. Because you take six strings on a guitar and you tune it perfectly. That intonation is not going to be the same as a perfectly computerized tuned vocal. It's going to be out. So she sat and he soloed them and it was out. And I was like, oh God, what a great point that is.
It's a good channel. You should forward me the link of that.
You'd
Eric
love
B, $5. You wanted the best and you got the best, the hottest band in the world.
See, he won't even know what that meant.
No,
that is... So every Kiss show in the history of their career, before they come out on stage, they've got
you wanted the best. So they're Trump.
Oh,
it's fabulous.
They
the
did
greatest,
that first.
Like nothing you've ever seen.
Oh, dude, it is that.
They're the Trump.
It's P.T. Barnum is what it is. You got to stop because stop pulling them up. I got to give everybody a big bang.
I just want to move through them because otherwise people are sitting around waiting for it. I'm trying to encourage.
You wanted the best, and you got the best, the hottest band in the world, and then they'd go Kiss, and then the kabuki curtain would drop, and then all hell would break loose. Fire and bombs and hydraulics, and everybody would be like, "What the fuck just happened?" It was amazing stuff. Big bang boom for that. I should get some Ace ones, but I don't have them. Here you go. Let's go. Super Dungeon. Yeah, thanks so much. Okay, this is controversial, and we could go down a lane, but we probably won't. Or if we want it.
She will co-host Charlie Kirk Widow podcast and will move to Tel Aviv. How about her for career change? I don't know about the second part, but I think she is a Kirsten Kirk. What's her name?
I don't care.
Fucking Karen Kirk.
I don't even know. All I know is
Captain Kirk.
Talk about Kiss shows. Holy shit. That was like his funeral. It was like a Kiss show. They had fire. And
there was fire, flames and
flames.
Stuff.
It was like going to like a metal show in 1987. And like, I'm surprised that nobody breathed fire or spit blood. What?
Yeah,
that
right.
Was ludicrous.
I was waiting for magicians, to swallow fire and stuff. I was like, what on there? What kind of ridiculous show is this?
For the life, listen, I'm just impervious to snake oil. So listen, that kind of shit. When that guy comes to town with his truck and he's got his magic elixir,
that's what it feels like, isn't? Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that because that's exactly what it feels like.
That's what it is.
It feels like the old, the scene where the circus comes to town.
That's exactly.
Yes. Oh my god, you encapsulated it, man.
That's what it is. Dr. Bronner's special magic elixir. Come, step right up, everyone. Here we have the youth, the serum of the ages. Come on, try it. The children. And then everybody's going crazy and buying it. And it's just snake oil.
That young man, I forgive him. Yay, fireworks. I'm like, I'm terrified. What's that old song? I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world.
That's what happens. Amazing. Like, oh, fuck. These people have guns. Oh, God.
Shit.
Run. Everybody run.
Run is right. Gabriel, let's give you a big bang shout out. Let's shout it out loud.
I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I love the way he just removes a lyric. I love that. That guy. But Bowie. Remember he did the award acceptance speech. I'll never remember it. He says, I was told I only have 5 words. Oh shit, that's 5. That's 4. And he just goes down because he's like such a mathematical, musical mind. Mm. So it's, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like you're always going, oh shit, that lyric works really well. And I didn't expect it to work.
And what does everybody say now? Like Dana and them, they're just, I can't. I just can't.
Oh,
that's the new thing that the kids say.
Fucking Stanley Tucci drives me nuts. And recently there was a post about, first of all, he posts food that no Italians eat ever.
Yeah, it's pasta
And-
with chicken.
Yeah, and pasta with steak cubes. What fucking Italy do you know? Anyway, he said, "Oh, there's this thing the Italians non posso, non posso. It means, oh, I can't.
Mm.
No one says non posso. That's he's taken an American phrase and he's turned
Right.
it into Italian. No one in this fucking country goes non posso. Oh, I can't. I just can't. Like an American, you know. Oh my god, I can't. Stop. I can't.
Non posso would just
We
mean
don't
like it's
say
not
that.
possible. Like, could you give me $50,000 off on this apartment? Non posso, right?
Well, non
That's how
posso you would
use-
say as literally I can't.
Mhm.
Literally, I can't. But I'm not saying it. That's not what.
No,
he was
I
saying.
know
Hey,
that's not how you would
Yeah.
use those words.
yeah,
well, he doesn't
exactly.
speak
You can
Italian.
say. You can say. So what happened is he heard someone say. Listen, can I pay you tomorrow because non posso, or can I get a table at this restaurant? I really need it in an emergency. Oh, non posso, we're full non posso. And he heard it and went, that reminds me of when American women go, oh, I can't. I just can't listen
I
to
just
this.
can't.
I can't. And he just made a video going, I love when Italians say non posso. It just means I can't. I'm like, no, it doesn't. That's not the same. Fuck off. Would you just go back to where is he from in this state?
He's from upstate New York.
Upstate. Just go back there, please.
He spent a
Don't-
summer in Florence, and I was a big fan. We're fans of his acting. Let's get that.
Oh, he's a great actor.
A
We
great
love his
actor.
acting. I like him as a
but-
guy.
oh God,
I don't know
this-
why he's this fucking ambassador for Italy. It's embarrassing.
He spent a summer in Florence when he was like 11. That's what he did. And he never spoke Italian, and he doesn't. His parents did. Nobody spoke Italian. I'll never forget. We're watching the first series, and Paul's sitting there. He goes, "He doesn't speak Italian." Like
I feel
no.
like he
got
this
better.
This is my guess. He's gotten a little better.
Yeah.
And he says to some producer there who's fluent, I want to ask this. So they teach him how to say it. And he asks the question, so he sounds fluent. And then they do all the answering. And it appears that he's fluent in Italian.
Sure, yeah.
That's what
Right.
it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's movie smoke and mirrors is all it is.
Right. Smoking weird.
Yeah, that's all it is.
What a shame. I love the guy. Like, he's a great actor. He's been in so many of my favorite movies, you know.
I just watched that scene. Sometimes I watch clips on YouTube, and I was watching that scene in Margin Call. when he
Oh,
gets
yes.
fucking-
So when he gets fired
Yes.
and he's in the elevator,
Oof.
he's like, there's something I was working on. He hands him the fucking USB key. And as the elevator doors close, he goes, be careful.
It's
It's a
incredible.
great shot.
It's a great shot. He's a terrific actor, and he's been great.
Yeah, I met JC Shander.
You did?
I did, because he was going to make a movie out of my friend's book. Yeah. And he texted, he was going through a divorce, and he was like, come down to Brooklyn, we're having drinks. And JC Shander's there. I was like, who the fuck is JC Shander? Oh, he's thinking about making a movie of one of my books. And I said, great, okay. And then I realized while we were at the bar that he's the director of Margin Call. I was like, oh shit, I love that film. You know, I got a little fanboyish a little for a minute.
Sure.
I played it down. I reined it back in so I didn't look pathetic, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't think you really a fanboy out at all. I don't think you have that in you. I don't either, really.
It's inside my head, but I have a good poker face.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think I'm the same way because I just like I was saying earlier about the Ace thing, like John from Hitman, my buddy, he said, he goes, "You didn't get upset when Ozzy died." I said, well, I did not know the man. I mean, I get very upset when people and animals I love die. Of course I do. And I'm a big cry mess. But like as much as I loved Ace and all that shit, and it was such part of my life, was I driven to tears? No. I was just stunned, because it was such a Natasha Richardson thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened to her. He tripped it. He was in the studio. He was switching amp. I heard the whole thing. What happened? He was in the studio in Manhattan. He got up to go do something on an amp, and he tripped and he fell and he hit his head. And he went and he continued to cut a bunch of tracks, and then had headaches, and then they took him to the hospital. And then
like
they
Rachel's
said,
brother.
"Yeah, you have a brain bleed. Yeah, like just like Rachel's
Just
brother.
hit his head.
Hit his head. And Natasha Richardson was gone in a couple of days, and Ace's family took him off life support. He was on life support for 3 weeks.
Just like Rachel's brother. Same shit.
Terrible.
Eventually, the doctors turn to you and say, "Listen, we're just keeping his body alive at this point. It's never coming. He's never coming back. We have to pull it, and then you have to make that decision."
Yeah. We made that decision with Julie last November. Oh, it's going to be a year. She's going to be gone. They put her under because she was waiting. She had cancer. She had lung cancer, and we were waiting for this new drug treatment, and she was approved for it, but her numbers weren't good enough. And then her numbers improved. She had a bad reaction, so they put her on the ventilator, and they asked her, because she was there, she was cognizant. She was like, yes, but I want this. She did it. And then like a week later, everything started failing, and she was on life support. And they came to David, my father-in-law, Paul, and myself, and they said, she's not going to come back from this. And so now I know how that feels when we're in a room with all the staff and all the people that we watched her interact with. And the guy with the watch, we were trying to get him the yacht master. And, remember when I was calling Carolyn Martin and trying to get the blue dial yachty. And, he was such a great kid and young up and coming doctor, amazing guy. And we sat there, and me, Paul's dad, obviously, and Paul and me, and we just sat there, and they said, what would she want? And we were like, she wouldn't want to be like this. And then they pulled the plug, and we just stood there and watched her go.
Wow.
That's what Natasha Richardson, that's what happened to Rachel's brother. And that's what happened. I mean, and you know what? You'd want that. I'd want that. I don't want to be in a bed on tubes on life support for the rest of my life. I'm totally DNR. Everything DNR. And my doctor said, you're too young. You shouldn't do that. And I was like, dude, I don't want somebody putting my dick in a dribble cup and have a catheter. I don't want anybody to have to put up with that shit. It's just so undignified. And you know what? At the end of the day, you live your life and you try to have some modicum of privacy and respect and of respect of others. I'm sorry to get so heavy, guys, and the numbers just went down. Let's talk about sex and Ace Frehley. Or as everybody says, Ace Frehley.
That's what I would always say. Ace Frehley.
You got to listen to Paul Stanley. He goes, Ace Frehley, lead guitar. Woo! Paul Stanley, he's from Queens, and he sang his raps on stage were a southern accent, like, how many people out there like to get high? It's so stupid. Topster McDonkey's in the room, and he says, how much will Gene Simmons be selling Ace's ashes for? $50,000 for a small bottle. Listen, if Gene had access,
finally, I agree with Toaster on something.
He would be like, so we're gonna have a big stadium show. It's gonna be in a retrospective for Ace, and everybody's welcome. It's gonna be $1,500 a ticket, and we'll be auctioning off, of course, through Sotheby's trademark, and everyone will be able to get a piece of Ace's ashes for only $50,000 for 1 ounce.
Can I make a critique of your Gene Simmons? I hate to do it. You're like the OG of the. You're too articulate. He's a little more good.
Maybe now he is.
You have sharper edges than his.
Maybe
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, Gene always says stuff like, so I was there in New York at the gymnasium. That's a very big word.
It's a very big, yeah.
He's a very masky kind of guy. But Erica Kirk, that's her name, Erica Kirk. She's a fucking zealot, sellout whore. Fuck that chick and all that bullshit. Listen, if you are one of those people that is susceptible to come step right up, come. We have something for you. Oh, you're bald. I have this special. If you're one of those people that falls for that shit,
she's on there like within a day. Her husband just passed away, the father of her kids.
Yeah,
she doesn't want privacy. She doesn't want, photographers stay away, press stay away. She's on there with full makeup on going, you don't know what you've unleashed in America.
Yeah.
This will be a battle cry. I'm like, oh my God, you're a fucking bizarre lunatic. And now she's on doing the podcast, I mean, it's wild.
Wow. I don't get it at all. Stewie. Hey, Stewie. Oh, what a circus. Oh, what a show. Do you know what that's from? Argentina's gone to town over the death of an actress called Eva Perón.
Oh, it's
from
Evita.
Evita. Bowie and Reznor. Yeah, it was some
I
combination.
should have got it from the air.
Yeah,
I should have gotten it because he sang it right. I was like, I missed that.
Yeah. Listen. The Madonna version is not terrible, but it's worth it for Antonio Banderas, man. He's so good in that. Oh, what an actress! Oh, what a show! The circus has come to town. His voice is so amazing.
That's pretty good, Antonio Banderas singing.
Over the death of an actress named Eva Perón. He's so. First of all, he's a fucking super ride and a super bang, and he's a great actor. But like, who knew that guy could sing? I've seen him sing like Les Mis and Phantom. He's been at like all the Andrew Lloyd Webber shit, and he's really.
And do you like
good.
him in the early years, Desperado years?
Not so much.
Okay, so you like him in the gray
I like
years?
a daddy.
Yeah,
I'm not into the pretty.
Did you see him in?
I saw him in all the Almodovar films, like Woman on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown and all that shit.
Right.
That's Gay 101. You got to watch those Almodovar films. They're
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, he's great. Everything about that guy's great. I love everything. And it's funny because I'll never forget when, remember Truth or Dare? That was a big Madonna movie, came out, and she was obsessed with him, but he was married. And she was being such a twat about like, his wife's not that good looking. And this is Madonna at 1990. This is the height of whatever power she had. And and he turned her down so flatly, then divorced his wife and married Melanie Griffith.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, and Madonna probably was just like, he chose that blonde white bitch over me. Could you imagine that? You're like, I mean, he married a girl that
I never found Madonna to be in any way attractive at all.
Yeah, I could see why you wouldn't. Yeah.
Never.
Madonna always had to try.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
She had to make up for her shortcomings as a not very pretty girl and just fucking put as many bangles and jewelry on and hair and makeup.
She was never a beautiful woman. Yeah. Was she sexy?
Kind of like what
Lady
Gaga does, but Lady Gaga is sexy because she's so true and talented. Yeah. She's very true. Because the early Lady Gaga videos, she's unrecognizable. Poker face, she doesn't even look like her. It's like they looked at her and went, okay, let's undo, let's use makeup, the power of makeup and camera angles to undo your natural looks. She doesn't look like her.
No.
And then, but in that movie she did with what's his face, she's got no makeup on at all. She's completely bare, real,
They stole that from the Barbra Streisand version.
Bradley Cooper,
the thing where he goes, turn around, and he kisses her nose, and he talks about how she has such a prominent nose because I mean, what are you going to do with Barbra Streisand's nose? It's fucking everywhere. Right. And Chris Christopherson, Bradley Cooper was smart enough to keep that line in the movie when he says, turn around, he goes, I just want to get another look at you. And that's a terrific movie. I've seen it about 3 or 4 times. It's not just she's great.
Could have been longer. I would have liked it to be longer.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because by the time things start falling apart, it's too soon. I'm not invested enough. I need to feel the length of that journey.
And more of the Sam Elliott character. More of that
30 minutes more of that stuff so we could see the real decline really happen. So it happened naturally. I felt like things got sucked in.
They did.
Yeah.
It could have happened on the the cutting room.
Maybe it was editing room. Yeah.
As you said,
Yeah.
Let's get Nelius. I purchased a Panerai Pam 01392 because of a sheen. Hey, Nelius.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Pull it up. My 3 Rolexes are in the box. Can't stop wearing it. Is he in? Of course he is. Haven't you seen him on Insta?
Give me the reference again, Pam.
01392.
392.
Panerai, man.
I always get confused. It's a 3 days, 1950, very similar to mine, but it has the he's got the big lock on the crown. Let me pull it up.
Yeah,
which is great as well. It's fucking classic, man.
It's classic.
There's
I'm
one
trying
right
to get
there.
my father-in-law to get the
I think that's what the Meridist has. Is that 47 mils? Let me check. No, it's 42.
42.
The
Ooh,
Meridist
baby.
has some amazing
That's right in my lane,
shots.
kids.
You guys, if you're on Instagram, follow the Meridist for shots of his palm. They're fucking unparalleled, man. Amazing. And he has the 47 mil version of basically this. Yeah, it's a beauty.
That's so beautiful. And the sickest loom in town.
Yeah.
Nothing's closer than that. Thanks so much. Let's give you some other cowbells. Thanks, Delius. Very much.
Look at the price as well. That's a very affordable palm.
That is. I'm trying to get Paul's dad to get one of those because he's got a 9+ inch wrist. It's huge. And I'm like, dude, because he's got the Golden Eye, he's got a Planet Ocean, he's got a Speedy. It's his collection is he's got a shitload of shitters. But he's also for his heavy hitters. I'm like, dude, Panerai, look at your wrist on a beautiful brown leather strap. That watch would kill. And he's thinking about it.
Sharon $6.99 with a lovely
Hi, Sharon.
heart.
Look at the big
Heart
shit.
for Sharon.
Oh, here we go.
Here you go.
For all the ladies of the Bash, because come here, ladies of the Bash, we love you. Thank you so much. Hold on, let me give her a big bang boom.
Yeah, sure.
I need to spell. I like to give them the Gong Woman too. Thank you, Sharon.
I want to get to know that woman. And
she's a grandma. Woman.
Yeah, I like her. She's like an attractive grandma. No, I'm not talking about Sharon. Sharon is very attractive. I'm talking about
holy shit.
Woman.
She's a grandmother. What the hell?
Ray, $5. Mark Rylance,
I love Mark Rylance.
Favorite actor. The outfit, great
film.
Oh, film. He means okay.
Right, film.
Okay, I forgot.
First time I ever saw him was Bridge of Spies. I'd never noticed him before, and then I watched the BFG, which, by the way, was a very sweet movie. One of Spielberg's failures, of which he has few.
Very few,
but the BFG was one of them, and I loved it. And Mark Rylance is breathtaking to watch because he acts with his face. Like a great silent film star. You see all of it in his acting. He's brilliant. I love Mark Rylance.
Acting with your eyes, right? That's
the famous line in Sunset Boulevard, she goes, we had faces then, but she says, out of their silver tongued mouths came the gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. We didn't need voices then. We had faces.
You had faces. You can act with your eyes.
Sure you can.
The eyes tell everything.
This is why Madonna's a shitty actor. Ready? She does this.
Oh, blinking.
They're blinking. The great actors don't blink.
Didn't Madonna ever see Michael Caine talking about blinking? That's a famous masterclass of acting that goes back to the early 80s, late 70s. Is Michael Caine with a class in front of him? It's one of the very first of those I could ever think. Now there's tons of them. But back then, it was like the only one. It was on BBC every fucking Friday, practically. They were re-airing this because it was just gold. It was Michael Caine teaching you how to act. And there were two very, very powerful things. One thing is he's talking about the blinking. So he was doing the, the Germans are coming versus quick. The Germans are coming, the blinking thing. Kills it. And then he also did the drunk, not drunk. He's like, when you're drunk, you don't want to look drunk, so you try not to be drunk. So he's like, I've seen so many actors be too drunk and moving too much. He goes, no, when you're drunk, you try to hold yourself up. You're doing your best to hold yourself up straight, so you have to struggle against the drunk. That's a great.
That's so true.
You clearly never saw that masterclass.
Who's the best? There's so many great drunks in
Drunk.
cinema. How,
Oliver Reed, he probably was drunk.
well, Oliver Reed was drunk, of course. He was always drunk. Did you ever see that?
My favorite clip of all time is Oliver Reed when he has some BBC fucking interviewer over to his house. He has a big country house in England, and he's like, "I told you, don't hurt the lady." There's a whole scene, and he's looking at the dude going, "What the hell are you doing?" The guy's he's getting ready for a part. I wish we could play. I hope we.
No, we have one day for the strike to go away. By the way,
okay, fuck
tomorrow
that.
It gets lifted.
So yeah, okay. So mine went away. By the way, ABBA. Why? What does ABBA come to mind? The Eurovision one. It's gone. Finally, I had to wait for that. But yeah, he's like, "I told you, old man, leave the lady alone." And he's just because the guy's like, I told you. What's happening? I told you.
Man, I didn't see him because I have no peripheral vision apparently.
Okay. Leave the lady alone. He's like, why are you doing that with the what are you doing that with the lips or with the trumpet? What are you doing playing the trumpet? He's like, no, quiet. He's like, I have trouble with audio guys because they freak out because they're like, oh my God, we have to raise your audio gain. Because he's like, it's much more threatening if you go, I told you, man, leave the lady alone. You know, he does the Oliver Reed thing.
Sure.
And he gets pissed off at the guy. He goes, you're not listening. And he picks him up and he fucking throws him out. Amazing.
I mean, he was an amazing guy. He famously was on Johnny Carson on the Tonight Show in America.
Yeah, just super drunk.
And
Was that the one who came out with the pitcher of drink?
Shelley Winters came and she was trying to be cool to him, and he was just such a dick. And, you know, because Shelley Winters in her day was a looker. She got big afterwards, but she was, you know, kind of, you know, the town bicycle for a while. And she was trying to be cool for the longest time. And finally, she just got up and she took her cocktail and she just poured it on top of him.
On top of him is classic TV. But listen, you
dick.
Who are the great drunk actors now? Let me nominate one. Let me nominate.
You want the great drunk actors? Okay.
Yeah,
well, we know
Werner Herzog. No.
Well, I can name the top three.
You won't. You don't want to wait for me to say mine.
No. I'm curious.
You're loading. You're loading up your barrel here. You're fucking ready to fire, man. Okay. So
the classic, though. You're talking about the classics, right?
No, I'm not going back to 1947. Okay, I'm just. I'm going to keep it for relatively modern. And a person who doesn't get enough accolades for her acting and her amazing versatility and does an amazing drunk is Emily Blunt.
Oh, yeah.
That woman can play a drunk. I've seen her play a drunk in two movies. One was Oppenheimer, and she was always on withdrawals, and you can fucking see it in her lips and her mouth and her eyes. And then she was in a film called The Girl on the Train. She's getting over a breakup and she's
I love that movie.
Her pain. Yeah, with vodka, and she's sitting. I've never seen a more realistic alcoholic. You know, I mean, Nicolas Cage did a pretty good one, but that was a chronic.
I haven't seen that since it came out. Does it hold up, you think?
Yeah, because it's Mike Higgis. Mike Higgis directing. It does hold up. He's an art house director. That's why it holds up.
Okay.
He's art house.
I haven't seen it in a while. Mike Higgis, former Scientologist, won the Academy Award, then wound up going on Leah Remini's show and dismantling Scientology.
Oh, great.
Because he's a former Scientologist.
He's a very interesting guy. He played the soundtrack with Sting. Sting sings the soundtrack for Leaving Las Vegas. And he did it in his house with you can hear the fire. They have a big wood fire in his house. You could hear the fire. You can hear the fire in the back, like the crackling of the wood.
In his Tuscan manor or in his London castle?
I don't know.
Trudy and I are inviting everyone to a special dinner. I just saw this online. Trudy and I have decided to celebrate our anniversary, and we're going to invite 6 couples to join us to celebrate our love.
Jim Patterson says different Higgis. Mike Higgis. Leaving Las Vegas. Right? It's Mike Higgis, right? Mike Figgis. Sorry,
Figgis.
Figgis. Sorry, my fault. My bad.
I'm thinking.
No,
the
but
guy.
he's
I'm thinking Mike
he's
Figgis.
art-
Mike Figgis was the Scientologist, right? Am I wrong about that? God,
Look
did we
it
get
up, look
everything
it up.
wrong? Let's just
We probably
rewind
got
the
everything
show
wrong.
from the very
For
top.
some reason, you know a lot about Scientology, and that always freaked me out. Like you're
Because I went
social
and I
media.
got audited by the Church of
I know,
Scientology.
but getting audited is something that can happen almost by accident if you're walking down the fucking down Fifth Avenue.
Oh no, I went there. I went there because I wanted because I'm
It can
impervious to
happen though.
snake
You
oil.
get dragged in, you get audited. There's a
No,
difference
I
between
had
that
a
and going. If
friend.
you become a Scientologist,
I had a friend who
how,
was
how
one.
come you know so much about this?
Because I had a friend who was a customer at Rio, and he came in, and I thought he was going to hit on me because he was like getting so personal about things and my music and stuff. And finally he said, have you ever been audited? And I said, by the IRS? Actually, I have. And he said, no, by the Church of Scientology. And I went, what? And he said, I don't really divulge this very often, but I'd like to take you to the center because I think
God.
you could fix your butt. And I just went,
Easy,
I said, I'm in because I'm so
easy.
curious.
Dudley
Dudley
Moore.
Moore.
So true. Great drunk. Fantastic.
Great junk.
Oh
Don't
my
you just hate Perry's wife? The best line.
So let me. You had your barrel loaded.
Peter
Let's hear it.
O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole. Fucking.
Anything from after 1970 or not?
But no, the great classics. The classic drunk. The classic guys. Richard Harris.
Richard Harris was probably drunk. That's not the same.
Oh, you're talking about guys who just play drunk. Oh, okay.
Play drunk.
I thought I mean, all these guys won Academy Awards except for Richard Burton, who never got an Oscar and should have gotten one.
Yeah, sure.
Should have got like 5 of them. I thought it was going to be a fun chit chat about all the greatest drinking British actors because they were all amazing.
Yeah, we could do that too. We can do that too. I'm just thinking about playing drunk is hard because
you overdo it.
A lot of they overdo it. A lot of these actors don't drink because they don't want to fuck up their cheekbones because that's where you fuck up your face is booze, right? Sure. And that's their job. They're selling their face essentially.
Neil Peart, rosacea,
yeah.
W.C. Fields. You get the nose, cauliflower nose.
You get the big nose, and you get the jowls going on. It all fills out here. It's all water retention. You stop doing that, and then you get your cheekbones and your jawline back, right? So that's their most important thing is their jawline. So they won't fucking drink. So what happens? They wind up having to play a drunk, and they can't do it because they're not familiar with the thing very much, right?
Yeah. I don't know. First of all, I know I would be the shit actor of the century. I just know it. I love the craft. I love watching people act. We're such big fans. Oh, and then I'll get into the Annie. I watched Annie Hall the other night.
Okay, because she passed. You'd seen it. I assume you'd seen.
I had seen snippets of it and stuff, and
you had never seen Annie Hall.
It was fucking incredible, man.
Oh, I love that film.
It was. First of all, he's adorable in it.
Oh yeah,
and she is a revelation in it. So all of the shit
when he's trying to come on her on the couch, and Bogart is in the background going, just talking to him. Oh my God, the scenes are amazing.
They're amazing.
I'm glad you watched
now I get all the la-di-da shit.
La-di-da. She's so awkward.
So I'm going to watch, I have a whole list of Diane Keaton stuff I'm going to watch now.
Okay.
Of course, I've seen The Godfather 800,000 times.
Okay, so
I'm going to watch, and I've seen Sleeper a million times because I always loved Sleeper because I thought it was silly.
She's in that.
I'm going to watch Manhattan Murder Mysteries next.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow, Annie Hall. She won an Oscar for it and she deserved it. It was fantastic.
So tell me your favorite bits. I'm curious now because I'm such a fan of that film.
I mean, I love how when they go to therapy and all that stuff, and she realizes, first of all, he's been married. And Carol Kane, she's got no scene in that movie. And I love Carol Kane. Oh my God, I love her. And she's so good in it. And it's such a small part. And she's so good in it. I'm like, oh my God, is she in a bunch more Woody Allen films?
I think so.
Because she's Carol Kane's amazing. She, by the way, she's on the new Star Trek show, A Strange New Worlds, in case anybody's interested. Which I did cancel all of my subscriptions to all the
No,
sellouts.
don't do a hard left. Let's
No. I'm coming right back.
Okay,
But I
okay.
kept Paramount because I quit them. But they said, "How about 99 cents for the next 6 months?" And I said, "Okay,
Fantastic.
how about I'll just steal your products?"
So Carol
So-
Kane is
Kane.
she has the Polish Jewish name, right? She's by the
Yeah.
she's talking to him before he goes out to do his
before he goes
set.
out to his bit, she's like organizing the whole
Yeah,
thing.
and she's
And he winds up marrying her.
Pushnik or whatever.
Pushnik.
Then he won't have sex with her, and he's trying to talk. He's talking about Oswald, and he's talking about the conspiracy theory. And she's like, "I feel like you're making an excuse to not have sex." And he looks at the camera and he goes, "Oh my God, she's right." By the way, the breaking of the fourth wall, has anyone ever done it better than Woody Allen?
No, it's pretty.
I mean, obviously the scene where they're waiting in line at the cinema.
Oh my God!
And there's a guy
guy in the back. Shut the fuck!
And he's like, "Can you add?" Oh, that's funny. I happen to have the director right here.
Yeah, here's the writer right here,
God.
and that guy's just. And listen, for those of you
writer.
who've never been in New York, we've been in New York a long time.
Yeah.
How many times were you online where you heard some guy talking
at the Angelica?
At the Angelica. The Angelica, for those of you who don't know, is an art house cinema where the most pretentious cunts go.
Angelica and Sunshine. And Sunshine had a hole in their canvas in their screen for like a hole this size. For years they wouldn't fix it because I guess they had no money because they're showing like art house films. But I used to go see the films. I was like, "Oh, the hole's still here. Everyone's going to have a mole on their face, in the close-ups because there's a fucking hole in the screen." But Angelica is always, oh my God, the pretension.
I mean, you go there, instead of popcorn, they'd have brioche.
Yeah, coffee. They had a really good brioche. Coffee. They had a barista.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not for coffee. I want a Coke and popcorn.
You want a Coke and popcorn. Like, what the fuck? It's the most pretend. But you'd always have this guy in the back talking about existentialism or some bald shite like that.
Woody Allen's behind him. He's like, "Oh, I need a large polo ballot."
Exactly. It was so good. And then he's like, "I can't see a movie before it, if it started already." And like, when did the movie start? 5 minutes ago. Like,
the sorrow and the pity.
The sorrow and the pity.
And then he sees her like a year later, and she
took her boyfriend
new guy to see Sarah in the video. He's like, "I took that as a personal victory."
Yeah, it was great. And when it was over, I was so upset. I was like, I really wish this movie would last much longer.
Keep going. Isn't that crazy? But some movies you're like, I could watch 4 more hours of this.
It was great.
And they have the lobsters. They're trying to cook lobster in the kitchen.
I subscribed to MGM.
No, but sorry, I just have to marvel over this one more scene.
Sure.
He goes, she's like, "Well, I spoke to my therapist, and he says I have to change my wife." He goes, "Your wife? My life?"
Yeah.
No, you said my wife. Oh, I said like, and then he looks at the camera. And he goes, "She said wife, right? So I'm not crazy, right?" And he just turns back. Wow,
yeah. It's incredible dialogue.
That's so. People have huge difficulty doing that, and he does it like it's nothing. He just looks at the camera like out of nothing and goes, "She said wife, right? So I'm not crazy." And you can imagine the audience is like going, "Yeah, she said wife."
I mean, it's so rarely used as a device.
I'm just getting all giddy about
it's pretty great.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of a lot of his films. Vicky Cristina Barcelona, as far as a modern film goes, I think is a masterpiece, because I've never seen anybody play crazy like she played crazy. It's real. That's real crazy. And Javier Bardem is so good, and both girls are outrageous. I mean, Scarlett is just
Which one do you think, between Scarlett and the other girl, which one do you think I like?
And she's English. What is her name? Forgive me.
I can't remember her name either. I'm just asking you which one.
You like her better, probably. I mean, you mean like as looks wise?
The brunette. I'd prefer the brunette.
Like looks wise, or
rare for me.
Wow. I mean,
everything.
Scarlett Johansson is
Scarlett's great, but that British girl is that's married material right there.
Rebecca Hall. Hey, look who said, look, it's Bloody Blah. Hey, Bloody Blah.
Who's Neve Bladibah?
Your sister.
Oh, because she doesn't show up as that person on mine.
No, she
was on-
changed her name to Neve Bladibah.
She was on my thing earlier, and she was
And you
it was
didn't know it
her
was
with
your
her
own
face.
sister? Yeah. Oh, she
No, I
was?
knew it was her, but I didn't know it was her here. Thought it was a different Neve. I thought you had multiple Neves in
It's
your crowd.
Nemech Bladibah.
Rebecca Hall.
Rebecca Hall.
Between the
And she's
two,
British.
yeah, but
You'd
yeah.
never know it. Never know it.
Yeah.
And what's the guy that's in the film who plays her betrothed? He's terrific, and he
Good
plays
work.
such a schleppy guy.
Mm.
He's so good at sucking up and being such a doormat. He's
Yeah.
so good at it. Like, how many guys can play a doormat effectively like that guy did? It's just amazing because we're all like, I'm a man, I can't, I'm not gonna.
No,
he
good
nails
actors.
it.
Good actors can lean into that. I mean, Paul Giamatti was a doormat in most of his films. He just owns that character. So many actors can do that. So many actors love to take those roles, and the baddie's always more interesting than the
baddie's
protagonist,
always
right?
interesting. Yeah.
Than the hero, always. It's better. It's more juicy for actors to take on a role that's, who's decent at that, and he always gets lead actor handsome roles. But I think he's better in these other roles. I've said it before. Colin Farrell.
I've said that a million times. I think that guy,
Colin
there's
Farrell is
there's
really
brilliance
good
in
at
that man.
being a fuck up, being a nervous character, being an idiot. He's really good at that, but he's always getting cast in like, the big butch role because he's so handsome.
He's doing quirky shit now. Like, I remember watching The Lobster and thinking, oh, there's so much more to this guy. Now, don't forget, he got famous off of that movie Phone Booth, which was the Joel Schumacher.
Back when he was a drinker. Speaking of cheekbones and jawlines,
he's beautiful, man.
Yeah, but speaking of that, that's back when he was a drinker. If you watch that, you'll see how flabby he is here.
Yeah.
When he stopped drinking, it all receded again, and then he became a statue again. I'm just saying, this is what casting directors look at.
Sure.
They're like,
now, he got cast in his early career with the Tiger something movie, or the Joel Schumacher, because Joel Schumacher was a big old queen and he was obsessed with him. But that guy, then he, did a bunch of movies. But I just recently, like In Bruges and all that stuff, that Saving Mr. Banks, his arc in that thing was, and I think we talked about this.
That was a good drunk. It was a pretty good drunk.
Incredible. He was so good in that. I mean, that was like, wow.
And that was the flashback scenes.
The flashbacks.
That wasn't even the main story, and he really owned those scenes as the fuck up dad who can't stay off the bottle. Yeah. What about
Jim
other
Patterson says best crazy woman? Listen, man, can I have to admit I love you, Jim Patterson, but I got to say this. I hate Cassavetes movies. I can't watch them. They're unwatchable.
You were a fan of Gina Rowlands, right?
I love Gina. I love Gina Rowlands.
God.
Don't get me wrong. She's great, and she's a terrific actress. I love, and I've watched this movie. I've seen it more than once.
She was in a Woody film as well.
She's amazing. I mean, Gloria is her big claim to fame, and that's her husband too. Like, I like Cassavetes as an actor. Obviously, I'm a big Rosemary's Baby fan. He's in that, but his movies where he has his little gang of acting assassins, she's the best of the lot. It's so hard, and I just recently tried to watch. I can't remember the name.
Bardem in No Country. You're right. Wow,
that's
how fucking weird that guy's a mega handsome guy. When he was young,
he's not good looking. He's ugly as fuck.
Not to you.
Weird.
Your opinion does not
that good
matter.
looking. He's
Javier Bardem was a super gorgeous guy, especially.
That's like Benicio del Toro was good looking. I don't get it.
Yes, but you don't get it. That means no. I'm sorry, but you're out. You have the weird. Remember, I showed you that photo recently. I was on the Saturday, and I showed you a photo of something, and you were like, who's hot? The guy in the background.
That's my taste, but I'm talking about what's beautiful.
Taste.
But my taste is not dictated by what I think is beautiful.
You know how many women I've dated who were like, I would fucking.
He's got the worst bags under his eyes, and he looks like he's been drinking all week.
He looks like Brad Pitt's.
I know you've said this.
Brother who went to jail, and that's what the women want. They don't want a clean Brad Pitt. They want his brother who's a bad boy. Anyway, what was
I'm talking about physical?
Javier Bardem in that film is ugly as hell because his hair is so shit. It's so weird. And he's got this, what a bizarre fucking weird character he created.
So bizarre and so weird.
Call it.
Robbery with €10. Check out. Has anybody seen? Why in the world?
Bradley Cooper is getting. Yeah, he's getting.
Why did he do that?
Okay, so I brought up something on my episode tonight. Maybe you agree, right? And actually, now you remind me. This is what maybe you will agree, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an oil man. I'll agree. Yeah, I think you will agree that I'm an oil. Anyway, so it came up because of Bradley Cooper. That's exactly it. I forgot about that earlier. It's because people are freaking out about Bradley Cooper now and looks all like a different person. Because
he looks like Peter Pan.
Some shit going on. He was always a handsome guy. Yeah. And there was a girl saying on TikTok that that's like a red flag for girls because we don't want men to look at themselves that much. We don't want men to be that kind of obsessed with their looks.
No,
we're the pretty ones. You take care of all the rest, right? And then she made a really good point. She's like, we don't care if you start aging. We don't care if you're a little older, you get gray. You don't need to dye your hair or dye your beard. Older men are very attractive. She said, just work out. Just work out.
Just
go in the gym and work out. Don't get fat. Work out. Get a little, have some nice, decent arms.
Who doesn't like a silver daddy?
Yeah, we don't care if you're 68. If you work out, you keep yourself in shape. We love the gray. We love all of that stuff. We don't care. Don't fucking look at yourself in the mirror and say, I need a facelift and I need new lips and so on. Because now you look like a girl.
Sure.
Right?
Which I never understood. I never understood the girls that went for boys that looked like girls. I was like, well, you don't like boys then. I never understood that. Because I think if you're a fit older man and you
like Jared Leto,
that he looks like a girl illusion to me. Yeah. He's from some extraterrestrial species and he's creepy. And finally, people will finally realize that guy can't open a movie. Tron bullshit.
It's awful, yeah.
I mean, that guy's so weird, and I know he's in a band, and I just think his
band is so bad.
It's so manufactured and shite, isn't it? Though
it's really bad. The melodies are not. They lack substance. They sing them at the height of their voice, like all the fans, and I'm like, that's not really a melody, kids. I don't know why you're falling for that. I think the band rides on his fame.
Ultimately, 100%. That's all that they have.
That's all it is.
Ray says that Jesus was beautiful. Yeah, if we go by what your grandmother's depiction of that blue-eyed, light blondie, brown-haired Jesus, but you know what he looked like? Not that.
Yeah, he looked like a Palestinian.
He looked like a Palestinian. Gallery with 10,000. Thanks so much. Let's give you a big bang boom for that. Thank you. Let's go, monks. Joe LaFaro says, attractive to women and handsome are sometimes two different things. Listen, of course, we all know that everyone has their taste, and then there's the perceived standard for beauty in both men and women. For men, it's handsomeness, like John Hamm's handsome, or was whatever. And then for or William Holden or Cary Grant or George Clooney, those are Brad Pitt doesn't even fall into that because he was beautiful. He wasn't handsome. He was beautiful. He was effeminate and soft, and it doesn't have a pronounced nose or any of that stuff. And for women over the years, Lana Turner, and then Vivian Leigh and Marilyn Monroe, and then as we get older, Raquel Welch, and the girls of today, who are I don't even know who these girls are because they're all Instagram whores. So I don't know who half of them are. The fill in the blank Hadid and all these people that had their faces rearranged. But the beauty, there's a beauty standard, and then there's Emily Blunt, who does not fall into the category of classic beauty, but she's astonishing to look at. There's something about her. Kate Blanchett.
There's a difference between the beauty of Instagram whore and God knows some of them are just stunning, incredible creatures. And then a silver screen beauty. That's a different person. That's a different kind of beauty.
There's the girl to worship and the girl you just want to pay. How much was that? Yeah. The money's on the dresser chocolate. Best line. Do you know what movie that's from? Great line.
Chocolate.
The money's on the dresser chocolate.
All I can think of is in Killing Them Softly, Gandolfini.
You're getting far more esoteric.
Yeah, because you reminded me, Gandolfini, when the prostitute is leaving, and he's like, "There's $300 on the thing over there. Afterwards, I want to see 180 or whatever." He does that. And next time, you put the condom on with your mouth. And stop pretending your asshole is fucking made of gold. So it's like horrible. This is favorite
a family show.
Sorry, this is Eyebashers. I'm sorry.
I'm joking. This is Friday night. Say whatever you want.
Gandolfini and Killing Them Softly is one of the greatest.
Can we just do that to Gandolfini? The Drop. I still can't get over that movie. I still can't get over how great it was.
Which?
The Drop.
Oh, The Drop. Yeah, Drop was good. No, but Gandolfini and Killing Them Softly is the fucking loser. He's an old ex-assassin.
Yeah.
Who's gotten in too deep, and he's got a lot of shit on his record, and he's a chronic boozer, and he's mad about whores. And Jesus Christ, the performance is just, he steals the entire movie, as he always does.
Well, he stole a very big film, and
so give me the reference. The chocolate, leave the money on the dresser, chocolate or whatever.
The Birdcage.
The Birdcage.
Gene Hackman. They're watching the news broadcast about the senator who died, and they said his famous last words were, "The money's on the dresser, chocolate," and it was on the news. Mike Nicholson is fucking unbelievable, and Diane Wiest is like this. It's so great. That movie's full of shit. Where was I just going? Wasn't that?
I stopped you. It's my fault. I stopped you. Andrew Olkovich, $5 years back, when I went out and I was pissed off about something, I'd pick up the girls thinking I was a bad boy because you had the pissed off look. Yeah. But if I was being nice, then nothing. That's an absolute truth. I've been ex-girlfriend when I got sick. And I get like this, and they're like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm all right. I'll be fine. I'll just take a couple of days." And they're like, "Oh my God, you're so hotter now."
Right, because when you feel like you look and feel the shittest, is when people are most attracted
and the voice goes lower, and you're like, and you say fewer things. You have fewer things to say. You're not going to pontificate or natter on like a parrot. You're just like, yeah. Okay, whatever you want. And they're like, "Oh my God, have my babies." That's what they want.
Oh my God,
it's fucking weird. It's fucking terrible.
Andrew Gong. Joe LaFar for the chocolate. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. So let me give Joe a big bang boom. That the money's on the dresser chocolate. Let's go with Gong Woman 1. It's very peaceful. Favorite Gandolfini performance? Go.
Well, I just told you.
Oh, that's your absolute favorite. Mine is The Mexican.
The Mexican.
Brad Pitt.
Is that awful film by what's his face who made Blade Runner?
I don't think it's Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott.
It is Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, and it's about a gun. And there's a hired assassin, and it's James Gandolfini, and they're down in Mexico, and he is there to try to find the gun and kill her. And it turns out there's a scene, and they're in a restaurant. It's James Gandolfini. He's a very imposing guy. Have you not seen The Mexican? And they're in a diner because he gets her something to eat, and he totally cruises another guy in the diner, and she looks and she goes, "What was that?" And he goes, "What was what?" She goes, "You just had a moment." And it turns out the assassin, James Gandolfini, was gay.
Hmm.
It's a very, very, very cute and funny movie, The Mexican.
Oh,
It was
okay. So it's
really
not the
good.
movie I'm thinking.
No, I don't know who directed the. I should know, right? Isn't that the Mexican?
It's all right.
Let's see who directed that. Oh, Gore Verbinski.
I've never seen that film. I saw
Really?
Gandolfini on Broadway.
Me too. I saw him in Streetcar.
Oh, you saw him in Streetcar? Jesus Christ. He was so good. What did I see him in? Shit. Yeah.
He was a
it'll come to me.
great stage actor. Terrific.
Everybody's saying Tony Soprano, TG, of course.
Well, yeah, sure. Remember that scene where Meadow brought a guy who was like Jewish and black into the house, and Tony's totally cool. And then when
Don't
the kid's
ask me.
leaving,
I've never watched it.
you never watched The Sopranos?
No.
Well, my
You
friend,
had never seen Annie Hall, so we're even.
no, well, I have now, so now you need to watch The Sopranos.
Yeah.
You are in for the treat of all treats.
The ex of mine from Staten Island tried to make me watch it.
Did you not enjoy it?
I watched a couple of episodes and I liked it, but I was like, this is going to take me like 8 or 9 episodes to start getting invested. So you either last through and then get hooked, just like Breaking Bad, just like Lost, like anything. Takes like 5-6 episodes and then it gets the hooks in there.
Sure.
And now you're like hooked on it. It's like cocaine, right? But I
still can't watch Better Call Saul.
Right. Well,
never got through the first episode. It takes too fucking long.
Did you finish Breaking Bad?
Oh, I watched it from the jump to all the way through. No, I never had a indoctrination.
Better Call Saul's slower and more subtle, and in many ways darker. God of Carnage. That's what I saw. No name needed. God of Carnage. I saw him on Broadway doing in God of Carnage. That's exactly what I saw him in. Wow. Maybe you saw him in that too.
I didn't see God of Carnage, but he's great. Joe LaFaro, let's give you a big bang boom for the Mexican. You should watch the Mexican. First of all, it's a joy.
Joe LaFaro gives you a super chat for anything you reference that he knows or likes.
Yeah. Because we're from the same gene pool. We totally get. We grew up in the same era, so like, first of all, Joe gets all the jokes. That's the best part.
Yeah,
man. If I say blah blah blah, I know that he can finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jojo. Thank you so much. I'll give you kisses. I mean, I've gone to a lot of theater in New York throughout the years, and I have to say that one of the greatest things I've ever seen was Gandolfini, Alec Baldwin, and Jessica Lange in Streetcar. It was mesmerizing. Like it was theater that I walked out of there completely devastated. It was so brilliant. And the problem was with Jessica, because it was her Broadway debut. And, she's a famous film actress and a model, blah, blah, blah. And
but there's always that insecurity with film actresses and actors.
No one could hear her. And then finally, midway through the show, somebody figured out how to fix her miking, and we could hear it. And we got it during the whole, chipped ice scene, where
they got that wrong. So you were there on the first night.
We were there like the first. It was like it had just opened. So I don't know if it was the first night. Probably not.
I always say second night, third night is the best one.
Yeah, and it was unbelievable. And she was about to deliver that whole important monologue about she had sold the family house, and she's a drunk, and she pretended she wasn't, and she said, "I'll take it to a cool one with chipped ice." And just as she said chipped ice, we could finally hear her, and the audience started clapping because it was so annoying that we didn't hear her. And then of course she went on to win.
Yeah, wasn't naturally a stage actor.
No, it's a different discipline.
Different thing, yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick pee break. I'll be right back.
Okay, Ray will be mad. I feel like changing watch. What should I put on, guys? Let's vote. What watch do you want to see? I've had the Pam on for a while, and I love it. I know what you guys want to see. You want to see the Gold Dancer, don't you? You always want to see the Gold Dancer. Let me make sure that the Easy Link. Oh yeah, it's closed. Yeah, you see, Patrick. Boom, there it is. Here's the Gold Dancer. Gold GMT. Boom, 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 boom. Like a smack in the face. It's a pretty heavy watch, but now I'm so used to it. Other watches feel so light, you know. I'll tell you, the first day when I picked it up in Bologna and I wore it that night, I was like, is this too heavy? Is this going to get annoying? But now I'm mad used to it now. I just have it on. It feels right. Yeah, it's good. Back to the Fidel. Okay, I'll do that, Joe, in a minute. It matches the shirt, you're right. I'll leave this on for a second so people can look at it. Sometimes I'm making videos. I'm like, I better go like this, you know, a little bit, or that, because I know that's all you fucking want to see. Like, yeah, whatever he's talking about, I don't care. Let me look at that thing. I have the Fidel right here. There's the Fidel. Let's stick it on. I don't have the other AP Chrono in the house. It's in the bank. I can't keep all these watches in the house.
She's a gold dancer.
Have you come around to my Gold Dancer, or
have I come around to it? Oh, I hated it when you got it.
No, because you like the root beer, right?
No, I'm not a root beer fan. I'm not a two-tone person.
No, dude. I had the root beer on.
I liked it when I tried it on. I was like, oh, this is okay. That's the way I feel about a lot.
And you were like, oh my God. And then I put this on, which is the Tudor Steel and Gold. And you were like, yeah, go back to the root beer.
Yeah, well, because the gold on that looks cheap.
Oh, it does? Because it's satinized.
It just looks, it's
satinized.
It looks Michael Korsy to me.
It's 18 carats. Just
I know. You know, I've never swallowed the
Tudor fans in the house are aging now.
I know, that's okay. Hate me. Hate me all you want. Tudor's never been a brand that like spoke to me. It just never has been. But like I respect the, you know, it's Rolex, whatever. I get it. Again, they give everybody what they want, but it just doesn't say Rolex on it. Didn't they give everybody a Coke?
Who?
Didn't Tudor give them a Coke?
Who give who a Coke?
Don't they have a model that looks like the Coke? That's
yes.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants that in a Rolex, right?
So give them who
the fans.
Oh, the fans. Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, because Rolex refused to do it because Rolex aren't bitches. Rolex are like, fuck you, fans. It doesn't matter what you want. Yeah, like, don't tell us what our next album is going to sound like. We'll fucking show you what our album is going to sound like.
That's what I like that.
I like that too.
I've always been. If I'm a fan, take me.
To me, it's made perfect sense since I got into the watch game. As a musician, what Rolex do makes perfect sense. And I've been banging my head against the wall talking to non-musicians, people who don't care about art or music in any way, trying to explain to them that it's not about money for Rolex.
No,
it's about their next
got
album.
All the money in the world.
Yeah, they're Radiohead. They get to do whatever the fuck they want. They're the Beatles. We're going to release the fucking White Album. We don't care what you think. Right. You care what we think. That's
my least favorite Beatles album.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. You know, experimental.
Yeah.
You know?
It's 4 solo albums, kind of, sort of.
Joe LaFaro wants me to put on the Fidel. So
there you go.
Back on.
I put that on it.
It does.
I really liked it.
It does match with the shirts. The same.
It does. Yeah. The Fidel.
Yeah, the Fidel Castro. Hasta la vittoria siempre.
Yeah, no. I came around to AP that night. We were drinking, and I was like, I put them on, and I was like, oh my god, these are beautiful.
Yeah, you're like, fuck it. Never mind everything I said.
I was like, yeah, wow. Not that I ever said anything bad about AP. It's by the way, have you seen their atrocious new campaign?
No, what is it?
It's so bad.
Let me look it
It's
up.
like Instagram influencers, and they're like rooftop pools in LA.
Oh yes, I've seen
Oh.
that stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? It's her. I think I want to make a video. I have to be careful because you remember what I did with Omega. They'll never forgive me.
Yeah.
And I'm in with AP, and it's her. She's killing the company. I think she's destroying the company
It's
piece by
just
piece.
crap. It's
Yeah.
just bougie bullshit.
She's doing stupid shit, man.
Making it just crass.
This is their new
This is-
tourbillon.
I saw a bunch of people on chaise lounges on a rooftop,
That's sick.
and they're talking about their APs, and it's just this is classy. This whatever this is fine.
This is the website, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
They keep doing events though, you're right, like with rich fucking yacht kids and stuff. Yeah. I'm aware of what they're doing. I don't know what
do I have to write Audemars Piguet? Really? I can't write
Yeah, you
AP?
should. No, don't.
Should.
Yeah, write the full thing. People say AP because they can't pronounce Audemars Piguet.
Videos. Is it this one? No, this is too nice. It was just a bunch of like Instagram influencers on a rooftop.
They're getting invited to that stuff. You know.
Not AP. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
The Jacob and Company, sure.
She's cheapening the brand. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's cheapening the brand.
Yuck, it was ugly.
I don't like it.
Oh, him and his Labubu thing. This is not going to happen.
Here's my Labubu.
It's just, I hope that's worth, like, you know what? I'm going to tell you when to sell it.
Yeah. Well, I'm hanging on to it. I was told not to remove the labels. The labels are hanging out like a tail.
No, you can't touch that shit.
Have
You
the
remember the
box and
40-year-old
papers.
virgin?
Yeah.
He bought a house because he had all the tags on all his action figures.
Right.
You don't fuck with that stuff.
No.
By the way, those are from China.
I know.
It's it's probably got some kind of
Listening device.
forever chemical in it.
Probably has a bug in it.
Probably has a
Listening
bug in it.
device.
For the CCP to spy on you.
Who gives a shit?
Who
They
gives
can
a
spy
shit
all
is
they
right.
want. There's nothing interesting and to spy on. I
Joe,
trust the Americans less than I trust the Chinese.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid of cowbells for Joe LaFaro. We didn't give him. Jacob, the jeweler is a felon. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Can you look up the Vacheron
that's a big-
titanium skeleton? What a watch! Oh, what a watch! Oh, what a show!
I'll do it.
Yeah, do it. I
Vacheron.
mean, Vacheron. I mean, listen. Vacheron's in a league by themselves, in my humble opinion. It's a totally different thing. And who doesn't want a Vacheron?
I'm just looking. For them.
Eddie!
Must be this. This is on Houdinky, so it's probably going to be the latest.
No name needed. Did you see the AP that was melted down because it was worth more in gold than they could
Yes.
sell it for?
Yeah, that was Vukum or one of those guys on 47th Street. Yeah, because it was all blinged up, and the diamonds and the gold itself was worth more. You can't fuck with an AP if you stick diamonds on it. You've destroyed it, you know. And they made more money out
What
of
time
it.
is it?
I know, isn't that the problem?
That's
Hey, look at this. I just did a promotion for Zelos new watch, right? And they're paying me good money to do it. And I got some 6 shots, but Can you tell me what time it is?
No.
But you can see my Labubu through it.
I can see the Labubu in
Yeah.
bokeh.
Yeah. Can you tell me what time it says?
It looks like it says no. I can't. It says 2:15.
It's just crazy about skeleton watches. Why do people do? Why do they do that?
Not my thing.
Make it contrasting.
Just
hand
so you can go skeleton, but make sure the hands are prominent.
or
See, look at it there. It looks better, but because the photography that bracelet. Oh God.
Come on, website. What's wrong? There we go.
Outside the Casa Rosata says Eva Perron. Yeah, I know. I hate tourbillons.
Look at that.
Tourbillons creep me out.
Look at the peripheral
Yeah.
rotor. That rotor, it slides around the periphery.
I mean, Vacheron.
They've been doing that for a long time. Instead of a piece hanging from the center, they slide it around.
Yeah.
That-
Hashtag Vacheron.
Hashtag.
I mean, this is other level shit.
I mean, if you're lucky enough to get the call, you're looking at what, 500 grand, six.
yeah.
I don't know.
What is that? What that costs?
And by the way, all the overseas come with the leather and the rubber. That's just
Remember when Omega used to do that too? They used to give you like rubber, and you got the bracelet, and you got a NATO. I mean, watch, they're getting so fucking lazy. I mean, for that kind of whatever that money is for this skeletonized tourbillon thing.
I think you might say it toward the end.
I mean, that's
Hard to know. They might not reveal the price because honestly, if you need to know what price it is, you can't afford it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not seeing any price there.
Escape.
It's 10 millimeters thick. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
The tourbillon. How much is that price? Let's see.
Titanium.
250,000.
Okay.
I mean, it's $250,000 for a watch.
If you get the call, you're not getting the call.
I don't know. I know somebody who's going to get the call. Get the call if they wanted it. Carolyn Martin, no name needed. $49.99. Have a great evening. A man and his labubu is freaking me out.
No, it's weird, isn't it? This is from Timmy. This is my gift from Timmy. People are like, flip it. It's worth so much. I'm like, no, it's a gift from Timmy.
What do they retail for?
I don't know, but Timmy paid 3 times retail. And he gave it to me sealed in the box. I didn't know which. None of us knew what was inside. You don't know. They hand you the box.
Yeah,
you
it's a
don't
mystery.
know which one you're getting. And it turned out that this one was the one that was on the box. It's the same as on the cover of the box. You're supposed to use it as a key holder.
You're supposed to use it as nothing. You're supposed to
hang
keep it in the
hang
box
off
and
the
never
jeans.
touch it.
And you know what, Timmy was like, Asian girls are going to stop you and talk to you with this. And we literally got up from the restaurant and I was stopped by a bunch of Asian girls immediately.
Hey,
Like,
man,
within
that's
5
your
seconds.
flavor. You're in like
That's
3.
like, you're so right. They were like, oh my God, why you see your boob is so cute. It's like having a puppy dog walking a little French bulldog or something around New York City.
Sure.
You get all the girls going, oh my God, can I pet you? You're so cute.
Well, that was one of the most famous things in New York City about how to pick up women. Get a great puppy and just walk it down the streets and you'd meet women.
Do you want a new nuclear explosion for that? That's $50.
That's 50. I haven't done it yet. Of course. Caroline Meriton, the girl with the wrench, with our twin Melly C and Andy M watches. Eminem madness, Malcolm into madness. Thank you, Carolyn. Joe LaFar, I've been lusting after an overseas for a while. Dual time, blue dial. Well,
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah.
By the way, on your Miami tan skin, when you're tan like a MFer, how great will that watch look? Oh man! Plus, also he's Italian, so gold on that guy. When he wears a gold watch, he wears it well. You know, like you got a great tan because you were in, like I don't get a great tan because I live in New York City, which is just like a sweat box. But man,
My
fashion.
tan's is fading.
Well, it's October.
Yeah.
I wore my watch all day, says Carolyn. Me too. I've been wearing it all day. This strap. Listen, I've got a whole
Show
bunch
me
of
the
these.
strap. Is it
It's just very light. It's beautifully braided. It's
is it
beautifully.
NATO?
Yeah, it's a NATO.
Oh, it's a NATO.
And it's beautifully braided. You know.
Which way do you wear the NATO? There's a few ways to tie a NATO.
I just do the
classic. I'll send you a video on.
Yeah, I don't. Is it like ways to tie a tie?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah, yeah.
So here, I'll show you my whole collection because I got it all
Let's see
here
it.
in my drawer. So this was the very first one she gave me, the Charlie Brown. Very first one.
Oh, that's the one with the hands that are
hands. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
And
I've seen that one.
Yeah, because I wear them all the time. I wear them all the time. The second one I got was Snoopy as a baseball player, and it's the bat is the minute hand. Fantastic. And this bracelet, this strap is really cool. And then the third one I got was Woodstock on a balloon, and this is so comfortable. But they're thicker. They have a certain kind of thickness to them. This is so thin and silky, and you can't tell in here, but I'll do this right now for everybody because I'll turn my lights off. They're all indiglos, so they light up.
Oh,
they light up.
So it's a quartz watch.
Yeah, they're quartz watches.
Yeah,
you set them and forget them. Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful, and they're just so fun. And also, like you don't have to worry about them because they're built like Sherman freaking tanks. And like Timex is a very interesting company. They've been around a really, really long time. 78. They're an early thing,
Sure.
but they weren't called that. And then later
respected.
on, yeah. Oh, I know. Of course.
Listen, Timex, Citizen, Seiko.
Yeah.
These are all respected brands. Eberhard.
These are so fun, and they've got the peanuts. Other than what Omega has for, the missions. They have the market cornered on the peanuts thing. They have a full collection with Charles Schultz, which is very, very, very cool. But yeah, I love them, and I love it. Thanks very much, you guys. I couldn't think. We unboxed them on last night's show. Both Carolyn came on the show live. And we did it together, and she was in one of her cornfields.
But they were both gifts, were they?
Yeah, Melly C and Andy M sent them via post, via airmail from England, and and that's the fourth one. So, like what a way to support a channel. Thank you so much, and I wear it. Listen, don't think I don't. I love these, and I wear them. I love them, because sometimes listen, I wear the Speedy like fucking every day. It's ridiculous. And I brought my Speedy to Italy, but I wore the Milgauss every day. That was my daily driver while
Yeah. I feel like when you move down there, you'll just be Milgauss.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, first of all,
you'll also feel a sense of competition with all the Italians because they all have fucking Rolex.
Everybody has a Rolex. Yeah. And Italians only.
And if they're not real, they're fake. They'd rather wear a fake Rolex than any other brand.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
they're all stuck on the same.
You don't think that guy's Plutona was fake, do you?
No, that guy. No, that guy's a restaurant owner or a hotel manager or something, or he owns one of those cheap bars down on the fucking beach that makes loads of money from
where we were attacked.
Getting drunk. Right down there, he probably owns one of those joints, and he pulls in bank every night. There's no fucking way he's wearing a fake watch. No way. It's too small for him anyway.
That's the one thing I hate about. The only thing that I dislike about that part of the world is that, and I don't think I told this story because for whatever reasons, but I've had a couple glasses of wine. So we went out to a lovely dinner. At this place called the Ristorante Flu.
You didn't tell the story about Emma getting accosted by the.
I did not tell the story.
Oh wow! Okay, go ahead.
So we just finished having like the best arrabbiata I've ever had. Emmett was like all over it. We were like, wow, that's the best we've ever had. And it's on the Adriatic. There's like kind of like a Lido part of the town, and there's one part of it which is very Rimini, kind of Virginia Beach. It's kind of like where the kids go to disco, and there's loud music and clubs and bars and places to have moretta, etc., etc., etc. And we're walking down the street, and Dana's out front. Emmett's on the phone talking to one of his music partners. I'm kind of by myself. Paul's right behind me, and this guy comes up and just kind of goes and puts his arm around Emmett, and I'm not really paying attention. Then I see Emmett push this guy off, and this guy got like really kind of aggressive, and so me and Paul both surround them, and this guy spoke no Italian and spoke no English, and he was speaking in some Arabic tongue or whatever, and he was getting very and Emmett's like, dude, I don't know, because first Emmett thought it was either me or Paul or somebody. Like, we were drinking, we were having a good time. One of us just went and grabbed him, put our arm around him. He didn't realize what was happening, and Dana was probably like 10 feet ahead of him, because I don't know, she's probably checking on the kids or whatever. My mom does. And this guy got really fucking belligerent with us, and with not understanding what he's doing. And then it got to the point where it got so heated that this guy went like this, got up and like put his arm around him like he was going to pull something out. I was like, what do you think? You have a gun or a knife or something? And then the guy did something, and then Paul just bitch slapped him, and then the guy ran away. But it was weird.
Amazing that Paul bitch slapped him. I love it.
Paul just bitch slapped him because he had been doing this to your brother, just pushing him.
He saw the watch.
He saw the watch, and then I didn't even think about that. And then we saw him run, and then he jumped over.
Distract him, and he probably learned that little skill where you unhook someone's watch without them knowing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And on a sub, it's got that little latch on it, so it's a little bit like this is like. Well, I don't have it here, do I? Like this is taking
it's
this
more.
off,
It's much more stealable. Yes.
Boom.
Yeah.
Just pop it.
That's right. Yeah.
This would be that's a little bit harder to do.
Listen, the sub is an understated watch. It's not like wearing this thing that, as Paul said, you can see from space. Right,
yeah, you can see that from space.
But it sparkles a lot, and you can see a real one from a fake one, because the real ones have a thing. And if you're watching all day long for fancy watches, you're gonna know. And they hear you speaking English, so they go, "Oh, these rich Americans," or whatever they think, and they assume Emmett's watch is real, and then he gets all over him, and he's trying to. And then
he was literally would not get
in
out.
In London, what they do, they distract you in that way, and maybe even get you angry and get almost into a scuffle. And some other guy comes from behind, completely new guy, and rips the watch off. They'll rip it off your wrist. They don't care about breaking a link. They can fix that.
Why
later.
would they care? They'll fix it.
Yeah, they just break the fucking thing off, and then they're gone. They saw the watch.
But it's funny though, like this guy did that, and he was maybe about Paul's height, taller than me, but shorter than Emmett. And
why did they focus on him? It was the fucking watch for sure. Right?
It was the watch, yeah. And like
Emmett's he's a big guy, right? Yeah,
he's not.
You don't want to take him on, he's.
But then all of a sudden, there's two other guys backing him up. Like you'd be, and I said to him, I said, it's
like out in the outback or whatever, or in fucking Africa in the plains.
Yeah,
they wait for one of the herd to drift.
Sure.
Away,
and he was slightly away from us. But we were there within seconds.
So those guys were probably that guy. He probably had a backup somewhere that you didn't notice.
Well, actually,
they saw you at the bar having drinks earlier, and they spotted the sparkle off that thing, and they went, "That's fucking real." And they're speaking English, so it's definitely that's And they went, "Okay, we'll wait for them to pick themselves up after their 16 drinks. They're all drunk, and then I'll go over and distract." Yeah. And thanks to you guys moving
bottles.
Yeah.
No one was drunk. Everybody was just nicely, we were just drinking white wine and with having pizza, and it was just it was a very light evening. and we'd been to this restaurant many times, and it's a great place. But you walk along when you walk along a European kind of stretch of beach hotels, there's a certain kind of element of skank that hangs around these places, like Rimini, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And like we're just having such a nice night.
The train down there from Bologna was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's not a great train.
From Bologna down there, the crowd on the train was a lot of fucking lunatics.
Skanks, too.
A lot of skanks. Unfortunately, Fano's as cute a town as it is in the historic center, unfortunately, lands in a kind of a Venice is a lot better.
Yeah. Well,
as famous as it is, Venice is. We don't have that.
The only problem I ever got into Venice is when I had counterfeit money on me, and I almost got arrested in 1999. I was pulled into a room.
You were the villain.
Knew nothing, not a single word. I think I knew what chow meant. And Paul was out having a smoke like on the Grand Canal, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go change my money." And I had 2 10-pound notes on me that were counterfeit. And the carabinieri came after me, and I was being interviewed for like a half an hour, and I was literally understood nothing. It was like Midnight Express. I had no idea what they wanted or any of that stuff. But the thing with when you get into more rural parts of any country, especially like, over there, you're going to find elements of all the train stations and beaches are where you find the skanky folks. That's where they're during the day.
That whole strip down there is a little, Fano's a cute town. You guys have family connections there.
Yeah.
But if it weren't for that, I would not recommend moving to Fano.
It's not a dangerous place. There's very, very, as a matter of fact, the crime there is very,
I took off my watch. I know
that.
I would like to say I know Italy pretty well at this point. And I found myself taking off my watch and putting it in my pocket maybe 3 times while I was there. That's a lot more than happens right here. That's even more than happens in Milan. Milan is the most dangerous town. Yeah. The train station, you keep your sleeve down or whatever. But I've worn some nice watches in Milan because you're in a sea of nice watches. That's the thing about Milan. It's like high grade everywhere. So you're kind of hiding in plain sight. Fano, I felt like the outcast. Like I was noticed a lot, and I saw several people around me. Some of that could have been slight paranoia, but I don't have much paranoia. I know Italy pretty well.
You don't have to there. Now, for example,
I lived in Vicenza for several years.
Maybe that's slightly different.
I've been around Milan a bunch. My daughter lives there. I've spent time in different towns over the years. So my instincts are a little sharper than your average bear. And Fano, the next time I go down to Fano, I'm just going to wear, I don't know, I'll wear my Chiara Nardo. Lovely, beautiful.
I mean, you could wear a Rolex.
I'll wear my Chiara
Storico because we're not really going to go outside of there.
Well, one of the freakiest moments was at the Centrale bar in Centro.
Really?
Because there was a couple. It was a gay couple.
Oh! I was there. Oh, they were totally scoping us out.
They were scoping, and they watched that, and I saw them look at the watch, and your man was on the phone a bunch.
That's right.
And I thought to myself, this is a pair that usually hang out down at the beach, and they decided to have a coffee in the center today. And I thought, okay, don't be too paranoid, O'Malley, but they really are focused. So either they fancy you, which is not outside the realm of possibility,
sure,
or they're staring at the fucking gleaming gold fucking bar you have on your wrist.
Yeah.
And they're like calling their mates going, okay,
oh, yeah,
these guys are finishing up their drinks.
We saw that.
Okay, now when it comes, this is like Sicario. If it's going to come, it'll come at the border, right? When it comes when you're finished, you pay your bill, and then you walk. When you start walking away, then you're walking down the street. Then
that's when I said, you took your watch off.
Yeah.
I said, when we got up, you didn't have your watch on.
I took a credit card and I put it between the, between there so I don't scratch the back while it's in my pocket.
Yeah. You
stick a credit card in between as a block.
Yeah.
And you slide it in your pocket. And that way, when the mates come along and they're like, where is he? Where is he? I don't see it. Which wrist? They can't spot you anymore. They can't, because there's no evidence anymore.
Right.
You know, that doesn't happen to me often. No, I definitely felt a little bit of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
felt
took it off in the Termini in Rome because I saw 3 or 4 people totally zoomed in on my
I
mobile.
texted Emma was in Rome and I was like, take the watch off.
Yeah.
And
He
Dana
did.
texted me back and she was like, it's off. It's in my bag.
Yeah.
I
He
was
took
like,
it off.
okay, don't lose your bag.
He took it off.
You know,
Because we were
Rome.
It was weird because they got in so late and then we weren't able to get a rental car, so we wound up taking the train to Termini and then figuring out a way to get up to Bologna and then down to Fano, and then we were in. Listen, Roma Termini is always skank town to me. It's always been that, and like it's confirmed 1,000 times now on this last trip. But like I saw people just like scope. You could smell them scoping.
Yeah.
Train stations. I don't care if you're in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Long Island, New York, Rome. Doesn't matter. Train stations. Walk down the hill. Fano is so beautiful. It's cobblestones. It's beautiful stuff. It feels
once you're inside the
once you're in the wall, but once you walk down to that, remember how skanky that train station? It's fucking horrible down there. It's fucking Skankville. Train stations just breed contempt. It's horrible down there. And like I walked one day before you had gotten there, the girls.
I have to count my blessings because sure the pickpockets are over at the train station here in Venice, but
sure
the Venice train station is fine. It's tranquil. And we have fucking cops everywhere. We have military everywhere. These guys
said, why did the Nazis bomb the train station?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard.
Because they bombed the shit out of Fano because it was a major port at that time.
No, well,
yeah.
Good, you can tell.
When they were pulling out, when the Italians switched over, they bombed all the towers so that snipers and lookouts couldn't see them.
Right.
Right. Yeah. That train station. First of all, it's nothing to look at, and the cafe's gone because obviously just the skanks. You could tell that there's creepy dudes.
I'm surprised there wasn't just an old-fashioned Italian cafe there. Yeah, like
it
every
was
train
there. It's gone. It was last time I was.
Oh, it was there. Okay.
Yeah, it's still in there.
I was surprised there was nothing. There was no. You don't at the train station. You don't have much choice, right? In most cases, you have a McDonald's and a store or whatever. Yeah. But there's always an old fucking timers cafe
or
with old guys speaking local dialect, having their cigarette and their coffee. I was shocked that there wasn't one there. We had to settle for a little kebab place, or whatever. That was a little strange.
Which is exactly what they have in Fano, because that's the Arab corner right there. So when you leave the
that's
wall,
what I'm saying. I'm referring to.
It's it's just the kebab place, which we went and we had coffees there. But like you can feel the tension there. It's definitely true. And but where can you run? And where can you run? Where do you run to?
It's that strip. Because on the train I saw some loonies on the way down and on the way back.
Me too.
I saw some loony bins and some pretty hardcore kind of living on the edge kind of people on the train. And there isn't a fancy option train. There's only the regional train.
Regional only.
So you're fucking stuck. And I was
forever.
For the first time
in
my life.
Never do it again, by the way.
Yeah, for the first time in my life, I was relieved to get to Bologna. Mind you, I kept the watch off in Bologna train station because that is a metropolis underground. That fucking place is crazy. But I felt like I got slightly back to regular civilization when I hit Bologna, and then coming into Venice was like a cleansing.
Sure.
And then the watch goes back on. I'm in Venice train station. I'm like, it's fucking fine,
Yeah, that whole trip back was where like Dana went and got us the executive class Frecciarossa, which was amazing to Bologna. It was incredible.
I've got to try that someday.
It was pretty great, but we had to deal with Fausto, who was a total douche. But that's another story. This guy got yelled at us that we were having too good a time, and maybe we were. I'm not saying we weren't. Maybe we were. We were in Italy. And
He's
we
just
were
used to
excited.
sitting. He's used to sitting in that cabin in complete silence. That's what he's used to.
Right,
You
but the
guys-
problem with that is right next to our car was the silent business car.
Yeah.
He's like this, right? He's like, people are doing business here. He's reclined with his feet up on the wall, and he was saying, you stupid Americans. Because people are trying to do business. I said, you're not doing business. You got your feet on the wall. You know?
Yeah, he sent me that
He
photo.
also-
It looked a
he
little
also
rough.
said, you think you can colonize the world,
Yeah.
and what went on about the whole American.
Yeah, the American colonization.
Meanwhile, he didn't know you guys at all. Like you're the
No,
like
no.
get Emmett going on. About
Well, I mean, well,
Palestine.
that happened. And
No.
then he goes, you guys all voted for Trump. And I was like, none of us voted for Trump, asshole. None of us.
He
And
has a
then I
simple
got up to go
myopic
get
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah.
I got up to go find the conductor and say,
No, you need to talk to Dirk's audience for that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then I came back and I didn't even realize that Emmett had and Paul had gone off on him. Well, he just would not stop. But anyway, that's another thing. But the Regionale is really fucked up on the way down. And you see all the skanks and all the weirdos. God knows where they're fucking probably going to Lecce. Or
I got so many looks on the train back because I went down on a late train and it wasn't very full, but there was a couple of loonies singing to themselves and stuff.
Sure.
But on the way back, man, there were people looking at me going, what the fuck is he doing on this train? Because I was well dressed and nice watching. I found myself going, okay, dude, you're not in Kansas anymore right now, O'Malley. You know,
Yeah.
and I swear to God, I was relieved when I got to Bologna. And then from Bologna to Venice is smooth sailing. I'm back in civilization again. You know, gets a little fucking skanky over that side of the world. Rimini is a fucking shithole. You know, it's famously a shithole.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of
People love to go there for the dancing and the disco and
yeah,
it's a weird
fucking-
place. Jim
Yeah.
Patterson says, I mean, I wouldn't wear a Rolex on the NYC subway. I do all the time, Jim. I do all the time.
You're in your own turf, though. So you're
I'm in
able to
my own
come-
turf. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know
different
I
thing.
know my town.
Yeah,
I
you
also
your
know
town.
when to take it off and put it away. I would.
Right.
I would.
Yeah.
And I have. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I don't.
You were on the Jersey Shore when you went down there.
That's true. That's exactly what that was.
You were on
The
the
whole thing
Jersey
with
Shore.
Emmett and the guy.
It's Atlantic City.
It was
and all-
Jersey
it's
Shore.
like that.
It was Wildwood. It was
Yeah.
absolute bollocks, you know, and
Yeah.
that's fine. And I mean, I'm not gonna let that ruin our shit because we had plenty of great days after that, and then he came down, and then we saw the guy with the Platono who was just walking around like this, like pride.
He's a big wig in the city, and he lives in the historics. Everybody knows him. He's probably had people killed. You know, that guy was
Maybe
a big
he has.
fat ape.
Is there
He was a
anything
big
wrong with
fat
that?
monster. No. he had his competitors fucking murdered in the middle of the night. He's a
Yes,
big
they are
fat
trying
business
to.
ape.
They are trying to get into
You
my.
saw the
olive oil
table they
practice.
had at the restaurant.
First of all, let me set this up for the gang, right? So there was a restaurant. It's down this beautiful cobbled street. The whole town is very charming. However, this one has this vista, which is crazy, where the street faces the water, so you can see the sea from there. And it's 10-minute walk to get to the sea, but it's one of the few that you really get to see it. And there's some tables, and it's a very small operation. And every time we had gone there, it was closed. And I said, let's go there today. And then it was open. And I think they specialized in seafood, right? If I'm not incorrect.
Yeah.
So, and you and Paul enjoyed the seafood and all that stuff, but everything else was extraordinary. So we sit down, and as we sit down, there's a table like 6-8 people, but they are like what is the word? Abundanza.
There were
They're like,
locals.
oh,
There were
shit.
super locals.
They were having everything. They
Yeah.
had all the specials, the table was filled with everything. And the guy, the big fat guy with the Platono but there was a thing in the middle of the table and we couldn't see and he was also so heavy. He was,
He might own the restaurant. You know that.
maybe he does.
He might own the restaurant because that chef guy who was coming out to talk to us.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy, and
He looked like he did a lot of meth back in the day.
He seemed important, but he seemed like he was also employed.
He did.
I feel like that big fat cunt I feel like you're going to see him more and more if you move there, because I feel like
There's no
owns
if,
several.
my friend. Don't say
He
that.
sees
Not
he
if.
sees a
It's
yeah
yes.
he owns a few restaurants there. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Maybe.
He just had too much swagger on him. You know, I was like, this guy owns
so
this
much
town.
swagger.
He has like 4 or 5 restaurants in this place. That's what he's doing. He's doing a luncheon with his buddies.
We're at the table,
know?
and I'm like, Machine, I think he's got a baton on. He's like, what? I'm like, I think so. He's like, no. I'm like, I think so.
I went to the restroom and I tried to spot it, but it
to-
was buried in the fat of his wrist.
He was so fat.
It was so buried in there. I thought that's too slim, but I just couldn't see
This
the
was
whole
his
watch.
wrist. It was as big as my neck, and there's folds on it. And then he got up. I don't know if he's having a smoke or what he was doing, but he was walking past our table and he just went like this, so we could see it. And we were like, Machine goes, "Did you see that bezel? It's very brown."
It was so brown.
But yeah,
It's definitely a Platona.
it was totally a Platona. Yeah.
Big flexer's watch.
It was a big flex. Yeah. I mean, it was cool though. I mean, listen, I'm not a Daytona fan, but listen, don't think my panties don't get a little moist when I see something like that. I'm like, ooh,
You would wear the shit out of that thing.
oh, I would totally. Forgive me, Speedy. I would totally do that.
Of course you would.
You got a bunch of Timexes? I don't, listen, it's not that show, but let's do it. Because why the fuck not? What'd you send me? Here you go. My Timexes. Oh, okay. These are quite beautiful. Listen, my father-in-law, I'll bring it up. My father-in-law is a big he's got a lot of, less, like not big hitter brands, but he's got here it is. Allow. Oh, because I'm in Chrome. Look at that. God, I haven't been on Chrome in a while. Can you see that?
Yeah, just press the plus on the bottom.
Okay, hold
see
on.
the plus sign.
I haven't been here in a while.
Press that so we can zoom in.
Oh yeah. Oh, Xperia. Paul's dad has an Xperia. Actually, Paul's dad has both of these watches. This one he's got on a dark strap, like a Cordovan strap. Yeah, they're very, very cool. It's Easy. Those are very, very cool, man. Very cool. Listen, man. Listen, you got to have a bunch of shit in your arsenal, and like, listen, you don't want to walk around all the time with like AP and Vacheron and Rolex all the time because it's crazy stuff. Bad idea. Drew B. Hey, Drew B. Do. Where are you? What are you doing, kiddo? Clutching my pearls. That's amazing. It's great. Where have you been? Well, you owe me an explanation. I haven't seen you live on the show. Everybody, you have no idea how many people ask where you've been, because K of the day. I mean, come on, Junie. We need some updates, my friend. He lives in the middle of this country, and him and his wife are always walking around. And they'll be walking near a cornfield, and some super duper cute kitten will just come up and be like, "Take me home," and he does. That's pretty good. Yeah, your morning Ace Frehley. I get it, Drew. I started out the show. You can rewind it. Listen, I don't know what to say about stuff like that. You know how I feel about the whole thing. And like, while I did not know the man, I met him a couple of times, and it was always very friendly and very nice. And he doesn't know me for shit. But yeah, I mean, it's the end of an era for guys. I know I'm a couple of years older than you, but the end of an era when your heroes die. I mean, I'm sure everybody thought that.
It's been happening a lot lately, hasn't it?
It's been happening a lot. But to go out that way, you like I said, after you snort your weight in cocaine and drink, a galleon full of booze, it's amazing that you trip and fall while you're trying to plug in an amp, and that gets you.
Just goes to show
anything can happen,
Yeah,
anything can happen. I think that's the show, guys. Thanks so much. 2.5 hours we're in. Thank you so much for everybody. Let me thank you all the incredible super chatters tonight, guys. And there's many. I'm so grateful. Thank you for keeping the lights on at iBashers Inc. Andrew Wolkowicz. Thank you so much, Andrew. Andrew again. The Meredith. Thank you so much, Meredith. Andrew
Meredith
legend. Joe LaFaro. London Rob. Neil Surreal. Ray, Eric B. Gabari, Andrew Wolkowicz, Nelius, Sharon, Ray, Gabari, Andrew Wolkowicz, Joe LaFaro. Joe, marry me. Come on. Holy crap. What's wrong with you? No name needed. The incomparable Carolyn Martin with $50 with our twinsies. We're twinsies. And Andrew Wolkowicz. And of course, all the Patreon pantheons. Let me put you on the screen. This is the up-to-date version of that. Thank you very, very much. We got the brand new Neil has just joined the Patreon. Thank you so much for that. You have no idea what this does, man. Listen, I don't have the biggest channel in the whole wide world, but I've got the best bashers. It's not like I don't have giant numbers, like, you know, I don't, you know me. It's a small little gang of people, and everybody's been great. So thank you very, very much. I am grateful because it keeps the lights on in iBashers. And listen, you know, we're going to be moving to Fano. And like great shit's going to happen. There's going to be great content. I'm going to be able to go fucking get on a train and go meet that cunt. Imagine that. Like we'll go meet in Bologna. What about that? We'll go meet in wherever. I'll be like, oh, dude, let's go to, you know, like name any Italian city. I'll be like, I'm on a train. You're on a train.
Easy.
We'll go do that. Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
Yeah.
Or how about this? And this is going to be one of my first.
And cheap.
This is the thing I really want to do. I'm going to be like, so Oisin's coming down to Fano and we're going to spend a day and we'll go have some drinks. But tomorrow we're getting on a boat and we're going to Croatia. And then we'll film that shit. Because that stuff will all be happening. Because decisions are being made as we speak. Guys, I'm grateful for all of it. Guys, gals, big hearts out to all the bashers, especially the ladies. Thank you so much.
I was about to say, I'll meet you in Piazza Spagna in Rome for a coffee or a Negroni or whatever. And look, it came up on my feed, some Instagram bitch, whatever.
First of all, does she know it's against the law to sit on the Spanish Steps? It's now illegal.
Yeah, but still, yeah, loitering.
She's loitering.
Well, it's clearly 4 a.m. There's no one there.
Yeah, that's to keep the vape.
Yeah, I'll be like, because the subway stop in Piazza Spagna is right there. It's 3 stops from the train station, the big train station. Oh, so yeah. you just jump off and you're straight into the subway and you're in Piazza Spagna in 5 minutes and fucking drinks right there in Piazza Spagna. Fantastic. Roma's got an electricity that other towns don't have here. Rome is great.
Listen, it took me like I don't know how many millions of visits to find what I love about Rome.
God,
I'll tell you what I found out that I love about Rome.
Look at that. John Hamm with
his wife?
No, Gal Gadot.
Oh no, God, no.
Yeah, because John he's been leaning on the Zio.
He's not a
shoulder.
He's not.
He's been leaning on it for a while.
What? How does he know her?
They made a movie together. Look how fucking.
Oh, they did.
Look at that dude. I mean, so that's her in the background.
You don't have to preach to me because he's ridiculous.
Fucking hell.
That guy's a right. But he's beautiful. No, but listen, I have no interest in sleeping with him. I'm a married man. But he's beautiful to look at. But he's so classically handsome, you know.
Classic, yeah.
He's classically handsome. And I get why
he's not an ambassador for a watch brand. Why?
Because he should be.
He should be.
And I told Breitling, get John Hamm. I was with Eazy-E.
If they got John Hamm, they would be back on the map because he's an all-American hero. He's butch as hell. He was in that new Tom Cruise fucking
he was in Maverick
thing in Maverick.
Yeah.
That's the Breitling world, the Maverick,
Breitling. Man. It's manly. Go get a manly guy that every guys want to be, girls want.
So how much do they have to pay him?
I don't think
20 million, 30 million.
I don't think
it's worth it.
Is that he's not
they
that
could
big
save
a star.
Their brand. They could save their brand because they're dying.
They had Brad Pitt, remember, and he didn't wear their watches.
They also had Charlize Theron. I don't know if any of them are still there. Pay the 25 million. Give John Hamm.
I think he'd do it for 5
million. No, not John Hamm.
John Hamm's not that big. He's not that big a star. He's on the morning show and he's on
the contract for what 4 years, and he can only wear
5 years,
watches.
$1 million a year. Isn't that worth it? I'd do it.
Well, we'd do it. He's John Hamm.
I'd do that.
He could save that brand.
Is he 60? How old is he? 55? He's like, he's now an older gentleman. He's not one of the young
Doesn't
bucks,
matter. That's
but
not
he is the
older.
guy that everybody wants to be. Patrick R says, I wouldn't kick him out of bed. LOL. Nobody would kick him out of bed. The guy's a fucking absolute bag. Not only that, you might not have sex with him, but he's funny as shit too. You know, he's a great raconteur. So, but yeah, I told the beautiful and talented, I forget her name, Easy E. You would totally remember what her name was because you're a straight man, and that's your job. But that girl that was running the Breitling shop, I said, why don't you just get John Hamm? Why in the world wouldn't you get John Hamm? She goes, oh, that's an interesting idea. I said, because Brad Pitt totally fucked you guys. She couldn't have been more accommodating for us. Took us through every model. We tried on every.
They were so iconic. It was such a great aviation brand for so long, and they have a great history. And you know, some great ambassador to bring them back to the. He's probably holding out for Rolex or something. I don't know what he's holding out for.
I mean, I don't know what he's holding. Jocelyn Bittenbender. I do John Hamm. Have you ever watched Billy on the Street, Jocelyn? Hi, Jocelyn. They're big hearts.
Yeah, Jocelyn, you and most other girls.
Most other boys
and fellas.
I mean, listen, he's universally like, yeah, I get it. Everybody gets him. There's a great episode where Billy on the Street, that very gay comedian Billy Eichner, goes around and talks to people with microphones. He's very Jewish and very like, and he goes, I'm here with John Hamm. Would you sleep with me and John Hamm for $1? And most people are like, what the fuck? And there's a bunch of gay Jews.
Like, yes, Mike on the Street or Steve on the Street, whatever.
Billy on the Street. And then he walks to some curmudgeonly looking woman, and she goes, would you love it? She goes, John Hamm. Yeah. But not you. Really funny stuff. What was that girl's name? Easy. You're here. Lauren was her name. I don't remember. Anyway. We all know
she's way down the wrong. She's like, her voice isn't heard. Someone higher up in Breitling.
She's the general.
Breitling are watching. Breitling are watching. By the way, they're watching because Britt Pierce. Yeah, because Britt Pierce did a video where she did tiers of best watches, second best watches, third best. You know what people do. I'm going to do one of those videos soon because they get views. Yeah. And she put Breitling a little lower. And they reached out to her and sent her a watch, and they said, "We hope that we'll be higher on your tier list."
They sent her a Breitling.
They sent her a Breitling.
I am not.
Or at least that's what I heard. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but that's what I heard. I don't watch her stuff for obvious reasons.
I'm certainly not on the level where Breitling is sending me a Super Ocean.
No, but well, I might be.
You definitely are.
So
I mean, 100%. You'll get one.
So I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're watching. They're watching. So I might do a video where I say what I think brands should do or something like that, and I might suggest that, and go, why don't Breitling fucking bring on a great fucking manly Top Gun America fucking ambassador, and he's the perfect guy.
He's perfect.
You know what I mean?
But he really
and have him walking down the street in New York in a suit with a fucking Breitling on, and then getting on a motorcycle with a Breitling on, and then getting in a plane. You know what I mean? Save the brand.
Tom Cruise, though.
What does
Tom Cruise wears Breitling?
Yeah, he wears a little bit of everything. He wears G-Shock as well.
He wears G-Shock.
He doesn't really have to be an ambassador for any. People want to be ambassadors to him.
Imagine Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is a little.
I live with a person that refuses to bend to anything I try to propose. Tom Cruise was, and I'm such a fan.
Now he's a little. Tom Cruise is a little outside that ambassador stuff. It's amazing. He's too big.
He's too big.
He's a little too big.
Yeah,
DiCaprio's with Rolex now.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Scorsese, but nobody gives a shit.
He should calm down on whatever is making him look so puffy.
He's getting old. You see, Ana de Armas broke up with him.
Well, sure she did.
She's
a bang.
Yeah, but
he's not. He's not worthy of her.
You know what my guess is? Because people were talking about wedding bells and stuff.
Oh no!
I reckon he fucking said, "Listen, I'm down, but you have to kiss the ring, the Scientology ring." And she went, "What the fuck is this shit?" Easy Fassbender would be good too. Fassbender would be great, but he's not big and
He's not a
I don't
big
know.
star. He's not. I love him. We love him. We all love him.
Fassbender is still alternative.
Yeah,
He's great, but he's
great. He's got a huge dick.
Breitling
Big
needs. Yeah, he has a big dick. Breitling needs a fucking just a.
They need the
manly
guy,
fucking
the guy who's going to do John
American
Hamm.
guy.
John Hamm on the first commercial. You're panning into like a yacht race, right? Like catamarans or something fucking fantastic, or like some kind of like ultralight planes. And there's John Hamm, and he's looking like an astronaut. He's like real, like 5 o'clock shadow, looking amazing. And he's got some of his celebrity friends, and they're in this crazy frenzy. Next, and then at the end, they're drinking like great drinks at a bar. That guy's gonna make men want to buy Breitling. I almost said Rolex because they really want to buy Rolex, but that's okay.
Now you'd be surprised.
No.
The
I think
Breitling crowd
Breitling is
are
a
not a
beautiful
Rolex
brand.
crowd.
No.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I would love to have a Breitling. I think they're gorgeous.
Easiest dials I've ever shot.
I believe
Best
it.
dials I've ever shot. Up close, best dials.
Yeah. See, Drew B, I don't even know who Shane Gillis is. Do you know who Shane Gillis is?
No clue.
Yeah, and that's a problem. And Drew B
We're off the
is
map.
not in it. Shane Gillis. He's a sports person. Shane Gillis is an American actor, podcaster, and stand-up comedian. Oh, Jesus.
What the
And they hired him? That's
oh, that
Shane-
dude, that fat dude.
he's fat,
No,
he's pudgy.
that's not a,
Oh, he's joking.
oh, he's joking.
Thank God, Drew.
He's funny, actually. I saw.
He's very funny. That
he was
guy.
on SNL a while ago. He's quite funny. Yeah.
He's very.
No,
very
he's
funny.
just joking. It's
But
hard for us.
I
to
told
tell
Lauren when we were in the store, I said, why don't you get John Hamm? She goes, you think he would do it? I said, why wouldn't he? And this was before the morning show,
He's
before
gonna
your
want
friends.
more
and
than
neighbors.
$1 million a year, though.
I don't think his.
What do you
First
think
of all-
Daniel Craig gets for Omega?
Oh man,
He gets millions.
I mean,
What do you think? What do you think Clooney gets from Omega?
a lot of money.
I mean,
I can't even fathom.
remember, these are Swiss brands with money to burn.
Here, you want to get back on the hate streams? Dirk, Steen, and Ushberg. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
LLC.
Have you heard about a movie? Have you heard about a watch brand that is not being handled correctly? Dirk, Steen, and Ushberg.
Dirkstein.
LLC. Thank you,
We'll
guys.
get you 60% on the dollar.
I'll get you 60% on the dollar. I'll get you 72.3% better on the dollar because we're Dirk, Steen, and Ushberg.
And we only charge if we win the case.
See, that's been a long time since you've done that. Let's see. What is George Clooney's? George Clooney.
You're gonna ask Google what he earns?
I mean, no, just like what kind of a deal does he have?
Yeah,
As long as
never You know, with AI now, it might fucking actually know.
No,
Sometimes
it
you
just
ask
said
Google.
it said he has an undisclosed deal with Omega.
Yeah, undisclosed.
Now, John Hamm does not have a deal with anybody right now. I think wasn't he spruiking
Crazy
Tag for a little
to me.
while.
Was he?
I think he might have been.
Okay.
Let's see. What is it? John Hamm.
Tag don't hold back on their sponsorships, but they lean into the motor racing stuff. Breitling need to lean into the successful American man who takes like private flights and stuff, or is also a part-time pilot, that kind of shit. That's Breitling.
John Hamm, for 10 years, was a brand ambassador for Je Le Coutre for the reverse.
Was he?
Yeah. They did not utilize that to its best effort.
I didn't even know. So
Neither
they
did I.
clearly did not push that.
Look at that. AP. Look at you. Look at you. Looks like a JLC guy. Well, of course, he wore Je Le Coutre on Mad Men. Of course, we all know this because we all know what John Hamm wore on that show. However, he was for 10 years a brand ambassador. Did they utilize that to its? No, they didn't. But if he really like Breitling, man, get smart, man. Hire John Hamm. You heard it here first, kids.
Yeah.
So I want my 10%. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Great show. Amazing show. Thank you so much. Ush, great show.
Yeah, that's fun.
Guys, have a great weekend. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. If you encounter somebody who's not so nice at a train station, on a beach, who knows, on a beach somewhere, he meets us at the lift like Douglas Fairbanks, waving his walking stick.
But he isn't well at all.
But he isn't at all. The buildings of New York. It's an inside joke. Guys, thanks so much. And do yourself a favor. Just don't be a cunt. What happened? Cunt. Oh, it's not working. Cunt. I'm doing that again. Don't be a cunt.